It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously, on the Chronicles of Celestria, morning came with purpose and with revelation. Diego revealed what few mortals ever dare attempt. He had successfully attuned to the Starlight Stone. The whispers endured, the chaos resisted, and still he prevailed. With little time remaining, the party gathered their strength and pressed onward. The Grove of Sylvana awaited, and with every mile, its corruption grew more apparent. The roots of the World Tree stretched across the floor of the forest like the veins of a dying plant, purple light pulsing beneath the cracked bark. The earth trembled. The ritual was already underway. Before they reached the gates, Erendor asked Ashira for a moment alone. No more lies, no disguises, no crow, only truth. Apologies were given, feelings confessed. And into her hands, he placed his diary, alongside a letter he had yet to read. Then the grove came into view, and so did those standing before it. The Fellowship of Ruin, Talon operatives, pro-marked zealots, all waiting, all ready, and at their center, Travian Drakian. For Zelentrus, the sight was worse than any battlefield. His father, and beside him, Mirabelle. The reunion was not kind. Battle erupted. Ashira was quick to call once more upon the helm of brilliance, raising a wall of fire across the battlefield. Steel clashed, magic roared, and beneath the shadow of the grove, the final guardians fell. Erendor fought beside the party. Jinglethorn and his apprentices stood against the Fellowship. Sylas rooted enemies in place as chaos consumed the battlefield, and Vorath Kar fed. Mirabelle fell, then came Travian. Defiant to the very end, he swore Fervus would prevail, that the Drakian bloodline purpose was not yet fulfilled, and with his final breath, he left Zelentrus with a warning. Your brother will. That's when Zelentrus pulled the trigger. Among the dead, the party recovered journals, relics, letters, and a sword named Blood Drinker, the ancestral blade of House Drakian. Pieces of a story not yet finished, but the doors remained sealed, the grove remained closed, and time was running out. That's when Jinglethorn called for aid, even. Not for ale. He would like to do so, but maybe aid first. The skies answered. A colossal bronze dragon descended from the clouds, ancient, majestic, terrifying. Varys Shadowstep had finally found them. Together, they breached the gates, and beyond them, the truth was waiting. The Grove of Sylvana had fallen. Red-robed cultists filled the hollowed interior of the World Tree, chanting in unison. The ley line itself bled power into a ritual already nearing completion, and atop the central area, the two figures, Ilara and Alias Feathercast, the Feathercast twins. Suspended above them, a creature of impossible scale, somewhat angelic, yet monstrous, divine, but shadowed. Malachor. Two starlight stones could be seen orbiting his body, forming a shadow as ley line energy poured from the roots via the black steel pylons, via the stones, into his body. The avatar of chaos was awakening. The ritual had begun. The grove is dying, and the fate of Celestria now rests in the hands of 7 adventurers. This is episode 48. This is the finale of the Chronicles of Celestria Campaign 1, Embers of Anarchy. We ended last session with all of you busting through the door. Rosakion, Varys Shadowstep's true form, the bronze dragon, broke the door down as you all piled in. after he stepped through, past into the grove, Sylas, for the first time, you see the grove of Sylvana in its current state. You see them defiling the world tree that you stand upon, that you stand within. You see the ground is hallowed. You see that there are cracks the whole way around. Everywhere you look, it feels wrong, corrupted, and yet there's life deep beneath the soil. You can feel it. You step in first. And as you do, what is Sylas thinking or feeling in the moment?
Normally, Sylas is would be very horrified at what he would see. But at this point, he's like full of vengeance, full of confidence, and he knows the purpose that has been given to him through his bloodline. And he knows he has to be here on this spot to secure the future. I don't know if is everyone already inside of, or is me and you're muted.
I think you were the first one to step in after the dragon, as you were the one closest behind. You would have stepped through, keen to get inside, and you would have witnessed everything ahead of you. It's all happening within the same sort of 6 or 7 seconds. As the dragon lands, you see the cultists lining the room begin to turn their head. You see all of this before you. You see Malakor's body being formed at the top of the grove.
While the rest is also flowing in, Sylas's voice will like shout through the entire grove, and he's like, "You stand here on sacred soil and call it yours. You defile these roots. You poison this sanctuary, and you mock the silence of those who came before us. You have twisted the energy streams running through this holy ground. But now hear me. Yet, still the stars shine above us. Still the roots reach beneath us. And still, Sylvana watches. This is not your temple. And so, let all who stand with me hear this," as Sylas looks over his shoulder. "We are the last light in this darkness. This is our grove. This is our church. And today, we will reclaim it. By the stars," and I look at Diego, "the moon, the roots below, and the spirit of Sylvana herself," as he turns back to the twins. "You will not leave this place unjudged."
And it is with that, as you deliver this speech, as the rest of you pile in, they turn to you, each of them looking in your direction. Ahead of you, you see cultists around the room. You see the twins, and Elirr's the first to immediately look in your direction as the door slammed down to the ground. There's a roar of the dragon from outside as he steps through. And that's where Elirr feathercast. You see that she begins to start muttering words, almost like she's hurrying or trying to infuse it. And on her turn, as she is highest on initiative, you see that she begins to cast some form of shadow magic towards the starlight stones circling Malakor, as she doesn't even respond. Judge, we come to you. First on the scene, first to move. What do you do?
Cool. Hearing Sylas's speech, Judge is ready to get cracking down on these people. I'm gonna just move right up, get up behind this guy, and just like one swift motion of the hammer, I'm just gonna crack at his skull with it.
Okay. How did you get up to here?
You said last session.
Yes.
This is I can walk above this.
Yeah.
And this is 30 feet of my movement, so I can get right up here.
Correct. Perfect. Yep. You can definitely sort of climb over it and make your way up. Yep.
With a 21.
Hits for sure.
17 damage.
As you clatter into this cultist and he just cracks down to the floor.
Cool.
Hollowed out.
I will take my lovely throwing hammer and I'm gonna throw it at the dude with my lovely extra attack at that guy.
Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna throw it at him. Actually, I have a spear I can throw now. I'm gonna pull out the spear. I'm just gonna throw it real quick.
Okay.
Oh, the 23.
Who are you aiming at? Sorry, just so I'm aware.
The guy right ahead of me.
Okay, perfect.
This
Yeah.
dude.
23 definitely hits.
With a 9 damage.
Yeah. As you do 9 points of damage, you see that he is badly wounded. The spear penetrates through him, yet he still stands.
Okay. And for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Ashira, which is a +2 to AC.
Perfect. And you can do that from range, right? It's not a problem.
60 feet.
Perfect. Yep. Okay. All good. Yeah, so you have that +2. Very nice. Is that the end of your turn?
That is my turn.
Very nice. Perfect. As with that, we then come to Sylas.
Let's go. I will use my movement to get past Mirabelle, and on the way, as I pass her, I will whisper, this might look ugly, but it will help you, as I touch her skin and I cast Bark Skin as my bonus action.
Okay.
Which increases her AC to 17.
Very nice. Yeah.
So she is protected at this point. I will use the rest of my movement to go to the left, and I'll use one of my guiding bolts on the guy at the stairs, the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Which is a 23.
23 definitely hits.
Which hits for 16 radiant damage.
16 radiant damage. Very nice. And that's this one here at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah. This one here, he latches down to the ground as the radiant energy just burns through him.
And I taunt the other one on the stairs, and but that's the end of my turn.
Very nice. At the end of your turn, Rosakion, otherwise known as Varus Shadowstep. I'm going to ask quickly, as Ashira and Diego are standing on the same token, are you standing underneath Rosakion here? He has basically come into the scene. He's burst down the door. The rest of you have piled in. Where is Ashira right now?
I don't think you'll allow us to ride him in, are you?
You'd have to use it as an action to grapple, but you can definitely talk to him before he moves.
Okay, well, I won't speak on Onion's behalf, but I'll say I was under his wing.
Okay, you're under his wing, but you're not attempting to talk to him at all before he gets up to move.
No, maybe just we're like, I'm here. Don't run me over.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I think without Diego being here. Oh, he's
Here he
here.
is.
He's here. So I had a question because it's come to Rosakion's turn, which is the dragon.
Hello. Yes.
Where is Diego? Because Rosakion's broken the door down. You've all piled in. I see Diego is currently at the feet of the dragon. What is he doing?
Yeah.
Where? How is this? What does this look like? Is at the
If
moment
you allow me,
I
will
will
jump
say
onto
you
his
can
leg.
talk to him. I'll allow you
Okay.
to talk to him. But it is now his action. He's about to, you think, take off.
Hey, uppies.
All right. I will say as a free action then, yeah, you can ride alongside him as he doesn't resist. He sort of stretches a leg out so that you can hang on. And with that, he will let me just double check the movement. It is indeed 80 feet. Okay, he will fly up to here. Yeah, here. Probably one to the left. Here. He is now going to... He will cast Repulsion Breath, which is a strength save DC 19 for every creature in a 30-foot cone. Failure, the targets are pushed up to 60 feet away from the dragon and have the prone condition. The way I'm going to rule it as well, just so everybody's aware, if you hit something when you're being pushed back, every 10 feet on top of that, like let's say you move 5 feet and you hit a wall, and you've been pushed 15 feet, you'll take 1d6 of damage on top. So whatever it is, every 10 feet will be an additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage. Just so I get the cone up here. From the center, 30 feet. Let me just see. You know what? He'll go one more to the right. He'll move one to the right, and he can definitely hit the 3 on the right. So they will do a save, and it was a strength save. 1, 2, 3. First one meets it and isn't pushed back. The other 2 both fail and are pushed back, so that's 5. He hits this post here. This one goes back and is pushed 5.
So he moved one to the right?
10. Yes, he moved one to the right.
So that one to the left will get an attack and opportunity, right?
No, because technically he is flying. So he's above. But yes, otherwise he would. I would say you're probably about 10 foot away from the ground.
Oh,
You could drop safely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you could drop safely. To that position below you. Yeah, so he pushes these 2, so they will take 2d6 plus... Let me just see. Hold on, let me roll the damage quickly. Sorry, the sheets are a little bit janky today. Alright, because they are pushed... Oh, it's pushed 60 feet away. Dang. Okay, so it would be... That's 10, that's only 5, so 5 times, it's 5d6 for the first one. Actually, for both, I'll roll it separately. 5d6. As both of them are just pressed back against the stone and killed immediately. Just want to double check. There's nothing else he can do. Oh, of course he can. He will then fly to this one closest that resisted. And he will rend, which is a 15 to hit, which hits, which does 22 points of damage. This one is rendered clean to the ground. He will then move to the next one. Diego's still on board and rend at this one here as well. You do have a dragon on your team. It's kind of a busted way to do it, as he does an additional 20 points of damage. These are just torn asunder. And that is the end of his turn as we come to Mirabelle. I would say, actually, he probably moves even further in this direction to be aware for the next one. And that would be the end of his turn. Mirabelle.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna step up here. And I take it I see like a magic circle or something where the ritual's being held, like maybe light or something like that, you know, like this. Oh, I can't, for some reason I can't ping, but you're muted. I have no idea what you're
Sorry,
saying.
yes, it is an orb that is basically above the ground with this energy. You can see what looks to be this light, these 2 lights circling around it in crazy speeds. It looks like shadows are pulling in from all the different areas around you, all the pylons that are dug into the roots of the ground here. there's definitely a holy radiance coming from it, as well as shadow energy circling around it. So there's a large spherical creature encased in this gigantic orb.
Well, I'm going to first use my bonus action to use my innate sorcery because it only lasts a minute, and I take it. Yeah, it's been more than a minute now. And then I think that spherical thing is a very nice place to chuck a fireball at. Because,
Just so you are aware, it is 10 feet above the ground, so it's above them. It's sort of floating above. You can still hit it.
I think I'll hit it like slightly under it, so I'm at least sure I'll hit the two
Okay.
standing beside it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean it's got a 20-foot. It's got a 20-foot radius, so I think it's a ball, right? It should hit it.
Yep. Do you want to put the spell up? So you go to cast the fireball.
Yeah, it's 150-foot range. I'm like right now I'm at 120 feet distance.
Very
or something,
nice.
So I should be all right.
This cultist here will cast counterspell.
Which one? Sorry?
The one that is alive above Ashira.
Can I counterspell the counterspell, or does that not work anymore?
Doesn't work, unfortunately.
It doesn't?
No, because it counts as a second spell, right? She'd be
your
casting,
action.
but
Can Elirr counterspell my counterspell?
it's two spells by the same character on the same turn.
Your
though.
the reaction takes place outside of your
I
turn.
am gonna check. Let me
Usually,
double check it.
Your reaction takes place outside of your turn, so you can always
I've
cast.
definitely done that before, yeah.
I am
I
corrected.
I shall counterspell the counterspell because no, I
Sure.
don't want to interrupt my
Sure. So it's
fireballs.
a con save from him, which
Yep.
is a 6. So he fails, and in doing so, the other one to his right will cast counterspell
I
on your
thought so.
on
But
your fireball.
I do regain sorcery points because of my feature. Because when someone fails a counterspell, which technically he did,
Yep.
I gain 1d4 sorcery points.
Very
So
nice.
that's nice. That's nice. That's 3 extra sorcery points for me.
Very nice. Yeah.
And well,
And then it's a
I take
con
I
save.
take it I only lose 1 spell slot now, right?
You only lose the spell slot
only the counterspell.
for the counter
one.
spell,
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
but you need to. Did you do the roll for the con save?
Oh, I did not do the roll.
It's
for the con
it's a creature. It's a Constitution saving throw. So you need to succeed for it to have no effect.
Yeah, easy clap.
Okay, yeah. So you do keep the on a failed save. Spell dissipates no effect. The success,
so
yeah. So you
confused.
still
Too many
keep you still keep your spell slot.
Yeah, I only the counterspell.
Your
spell
counterspell's
slot
gone.
is gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
correct.
counterspell spell slot is gone. and the
Counterspell,
other
counterspell,
fireballs-
counterspell. This is gonna be
Okay.
interesting.
No.
Perfect.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's the end of my turn then.
Very nice. At the end of your turn, we come to Corvin, who's seeing you engage with them. He will move up to here. Corvin will then attack the one closest to him on the right with a ranged burst attack, which hits and kills. He hits the one on his left, which hits and kills, and then he will also aim at the one at the top of the stairs on his right, which hits and kills, as he does a total of 16, 19, 19, so that's what? 30, 40, 56, 57? Something. It's a lot of damage. He kills all 3 of them as these bursts of arcane energy fly into them as we come then to Ashira.
I don't want
Can you
to
talk-
make this fight go much longer, but we are having a question whether Mirabelle's
If-
fireball would still go off.
Yes,
if
I
the
want to know as
counterspell
well.
Was counterspelled.
I want to know if counterspell was counterspelled, but then she got counterspelled for her counterspell.
Well, it depends
She
which
succeeded the
fireball.
save. She succeeded
Yeah.
the
I
save,
threw-
so
I
therefore it
I
still went
threw a
ahead, right?
fireball.
Okay.
That's how it works.
The
But,
creature makes a Constitution saving throw.
but
It
there were
doesn't tell
2
you
counterspells, right?
there was
It
2
doesn't- it doesn't-
counterspells.
It doesn't matter because yours stopped his counterspell from working, the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one you succeeded on, so therefore your spell still goes ahead.
Correct. It does. And no one else is
which
within
means the
range
fireball
anyway,
is
so
also
yeah.
then cast.
So if you want to go for it,
Yeah, of course I do. Hang on, I have to get back to my spells again.
Dex save, right?
Yeah, 18.
Lady Feathercast fails. Lord Elirr succeeds. 30
and
points. Very nice.
If they have any resistances to fire damage, my feats disregard that.
Very nice. Yeah, as you do the full amount of 30 points of damage to Lady Feathercast, who is caught in the blast. However, Lord Feathercast succeeds and only takes half. Very nice. As we then come to Ashira.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to bonus action activate my tattoo. So
Okay.
the tattoo, her arms start glowing.
Yep.
And then she's gonna go up here. And then step up here, which I think I can do. My
Correct.
tattoo gives me 15 foot of reach for my melee.
Yes.
So I'm gonna attack the guy to my right.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no extra cool bits for now, but 19.
Hits.
I still have my fire on from the last combat. I never extinguished this. So that is
Mhm.
14 points of damage.
Yeah, as you do 14 points of damage and knock him clean to the floor.
Oh, very nice. And then the character sheet doesn't want to close. I can't get to anyone else. So I will use my remaining 15 foot of movement to get to there.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, that'll be it.
That's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Perfect. At the end of your turn, we come to the Red Hooded Cultists. The first two, we're going to start at the front here. The first one will attack you, Diego, with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
So it's a 20 to hit.
Do I get any cover because I'm in the clutches of a dragon?
Nope.
Okay.
No, you do not.
Sure, that hits.
Okay. As you take 13 points of damage,
Sure.
and they have advantage on their next attack. The ones at the top can see the dragon, so they will attack the dragon. They will use the dragon. 12 to hit, and the other one with a 9 to hit. Oh, 17 to hit, sorry. So 17 and a 12, both of which miss the dragons. These two at the top have missed. The one on the side, seeing you dangling, will attack you.
Which one on the side?
The one on the left, over here. You will
Oh, that
attack with a guiding bolt on Diego. The 20 to hit,
Which
and
one's
its
attacking?
advantage. The one on the left,
The far left, yeah.
that one
Oh,
there.
up. Okay.
And it was at advantage, so I will roll again.
Go for it.
Sorry, bear with me. So, it was a 20 to hit, yes.
I will. Let it hit me. It's fine.
Okay, yep. As the damage hits you for 18 points of necrotic damage, please.
Cool.
This one, seeing you, Sylas wipe someone out, will move closer and will cast to you, Sylas. Guess what? Guiding bolt. One's gonna roll for the other one as well because the sheet's a little bit slow. First one's a crit.
Ooh, that hit.
Yeah, as you do that, you know what? Arendor's gonna use Silvery Bards. Yeah, he'll Silvery Bards that, so I'll redo the roll. And yes, it's Silvery Bards, not Silvery Barbs. I don't care what you guys say at home. So I'll re-roll it. So it is a 17 to hit.
That nearly hits. Yeah.
Just about hits. Okay, perfect. As you take 8 points of damage, and they have advantage on their next attack to hit you.
Which is necrotic, so it's 4 damage.
It's 4 damage. This one moved closer. He within range. Not quite. Move to here. Now he's definitely within range. And from there, he will attack you with Guiding Bolt at advantage. The crit.
Jeez, the stars, guys. The stars.
It's that speech.
The speech has to be the speech.
Yeah, I think Jinglethorn, can I cast Counterspell after the crit has been rolled? I guess I can. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He will Counterspell this, for sure. Let's see.
Is he in range of the guy?
I think so.
Yeah.
5, 10,
60
15,
feet.
20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, it's definitely within range.
Yeah.
And it is a con save, correct? Yeah, he fails as it fizzles out. And with that, that's the end of what remains of the red hooded cultists. As we come to Elirr.
Who gets the inspiration, by the way?
Oh,
From
Arendor would probably give it to you because you're the one who got hit.
Cool.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Short question. I think I might have asked this last time, but is
Okay.
this considered an indoors because there's like
Yes.
trees growing and
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would consider this indoor.
Okay, so no.
Because you're
open
like
sky,
technically
so-
within the tree grove itself.
Oh, cool. So the whole lightning is gone. Good. Lovely.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
will. Yeah, it's fine. Fine, I guess. I will cast a Magnify Gravity on the 2 guys on the left.
Okay. Yep. You want to put it in the chat for me?
Yeah. Con save.
17.
Like these 2 here.
Yep, perfect. As the first one with a 12 fails, and the second one with a 9 also fails. As the full damage you do is
Wait. It's only 8. The cold lightning.
okay. As you do 8 points of damage to them. I was gonna say it seemed busted, from what I can remember you doing with magnified gravity last time. All right. Yes. Yes, you do 8 points of damage to them. Both of them sort of get crushed slightly, but they resist and stand firm.
Okay, there we go. Now that's off. And then I guess we'll go over here. And
Okay.
that's the end of my turn.
Very nice. At the end of your turn, Elariel will step forward. She can see that you've done some damage to these 2, so she will try and finish them off. Yeah, guess what? She's going to use her Arcane Burst. 11 misses. She crits with her second one. And her third one also misses. She only hits the 1. But with that, she does do... I don't know why the damage is not working. Okay, we'll just go with... I guarantee it kills. It definitely kills. As she does the full amount of damage, killing this one at the front. And that's the end of her turn as we come to Lord Alias Feathercast, who you see with a look of urgency about him, continues to chant. And it's at this point that he moves closer to Malachor in the middle. You see... Crashed. You see that he moves closer to be underneath it, and from here begins to start channeling magic into him I'd say Diego, you can see it clearly. There's whispers he's doing as he chants, and it looks as though the palm of his hand has been slit in some way, as the magic that's infused coming away from him appears to be almost infused with this blood that he's put into his spells. Almost like part of him is being cast in this as well. And that will be the end of his turn as we come to Jinglethorn. Jinglethorn all the way at the back. Jinglethorn will. He will move forward. 25 feet to here. He will then... He will Misty Step up to here next to Ashira. And from here, he will cast Lightning Bolt, I believe. Let me just double check. He can indeed reach. I believe he can. Yeah, he definitely can. He will cast Lightning Bolt from here, straight up. I imagine, you know what? He's clever. He would go one to the left instead. He would go here and cast Lightning Bolt. Oh, no, he would go here. Cast Lightning Bolts straight up towards Malachor. Just going to check the pathing. Yeah, I will say it hits that one at the closest as well. This one here. With that, Jinglethorn needs to... Is it a dex save? It is a dex save. 17 dex save. It automatically hits Malachor. So it hits the orb. And for the other one, which is the Red Hooded Cultist, with his dex, he fails as he's struck by this lightning bolt, doing 33 points of damage as this wipes him out and hits the Malachor at the end as well. As you see, there's this look of sort of a bit of a clash, but the magic appears to move around it. As that is the end of his turn, we then come to Diego.
So just to confirm, I
Yes.
can drop down from this dragon
Correct.
and I won't take damage.
You won't
said
take damage.
Safely.
You won't take damage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Down, please, and I'll drop.
He just lets go.
Cool. Okay. I'm currently glowing from a guiding bolt, but that's okay. I'm gonna run 25 feet to here.
Okay.
I see this cultist next to me, and then I turn back and I say, "Hey, Ashira, you got this, okay?" And Bardic Inspiration you as a bonus action. And then I bamf 30 feet to here.
Okay.
I then run 5 feet to here, and with my remaining 5 feet, I go prone.
Okay.
And then I will cast, using the mandolin, I will cast Suggestion on Lady Feathercast.
Okay.
The Starlight Stone. Do I
Yeah.
have to say it at the beginning of my turn, or can I do it at any time during my turn? Does it
Beginning of your
matter?
turn would be ideal,
Okay.
but I'll let you off. Yeah, go for it.
Sure, then I will say, fuck it, we'll use the Starlight Stone as my entire body glows, and the last bit of movement I do, I actually fly over there, and then as I land, I go prone completely on the floor. My entire body's glowing, stars are starting to appear all around me, moonlight is shining down on me, and as I lay down, I roll onto my back and I start playing a tune, and as I do, yes, I cast Suggestion. My DC with the Starlight Stone activated is a 19 for her to beat, and it is at disadvantage because I'm using my loot.
Okay, and it is a...
It is a great question.
Is it charisma or wisdom?
I think it's Wisdom. Is that what you
Wisdom.
just said? I think you just said Wisdom. Yes, Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, Wisdom.
The 19 at disadvantage.
At disadvantage, yeah.
Okay, it's 11. She burns through her legendary resistance to automatically succeed.
Ooh, so she does have them. Okay, interesting.
Very
That's
clever
fine.
though. As you invoke the Starlight Stone, you notice that the stones circling around Malachor above you begin to sort of hum slightly. There's a hum, almost like resonance, that you brought it this close.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And then that is my turn, I guess. I moved, what, 20, 35. I've actually got a little bit more. You know what? I'm gonna cut over into this corner and just lay down. I'm gonna go completely prone.
Okay. Perfect, yeah. You are prone, and I would say, yeah, okay, you are prone there. They can't see you in the middle there. Over here. Cool. At the end of your turn, we then come to Zelentrus.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay, Zel turns to Vestige. Stay with Ashira, try and distract him so she can do what she does best. Bonus action, I'll use my bonus action for Vestige to dash. It does have fly, so it's right up there with Ash.
Okay.
Then, let's see what this distance is like. That's 120 feet to there. I'm going to try 30-foot square.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck it. I can move a little bit closer, actually, if I do. Like, oh, I'm not showing everyone. Sorry, let me broadcast it. If I go here. Does that get... Oh, fuck it.
If it's half the token, it counts. It definitely counts.
Okay.
Does it have to be in a place where you can see? Because technically, you're talking about at least 20 feet above you right now.
There is nothing here that says I have to be able to see the spot. You create a twisting pattern of colors in a 30-foot cube within range.
Okay, 30-foot cube, yeah, fair. And the range
if
is
it was,
150.
then I just set the center 120.
Okay.
I just set the center of the cube like 20 feet above them,
yeah.
and it's still 30 feet down.
Perfect, yeah.
Cool. So Zell will move. Sorry, 2 steps forward, just so we can get that extra spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I will set it so that it lingers here. Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Cast that hypnotic pattern. I need. I'll put it into the chat. But what I need is a DC 16 Wisdom save. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who can see the pattern must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or have the charmed condition for the duration. While charmed, the creature has the incapacitated condition and a speed of 0. The spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Does it affect Malachor? Or is Malachor unaffected by this currently?
He appears to be incapacitated.
Already? Okay, cool.
So I will say that
then
you
it's just
can't
for 3.
technically make him incapacitated if he already is.
Cool.
Yeah. I think that's a... Wait, why is it? Oh, sorry, there's an advantage now? Let me do automatic. Does it roll it from left to right? Is that always the case?
Always left to right, yeah.
Okay. Lady Feathercast fails. And is not incapacitated. I don't know which one it is, but we're gonna go with this one for now. Whereas Alias is fine.
Silvery
with
Bards.
22.
I'm in range.
Very nice. Very nice. As he fails and burns through his legendary resistance.
Nice. Okay, this is fine.
You succeed. They had 1 each. Well done.
No
yes.
one's in range of me, so I give myself advantage.
Okay, yeah. Is that the end of your turn, Zelentrus? Oh, I need to
There's
do it for the
also
other guy, don't I? Yes, sorry.
Yeah, there's the
You're absolutely
little
right.
man down south.
Who rolls a 19, so he succeeds.
Cool. Then
I love how this guy's
yes,
putting up a
I
fight
think
right
that
now.
is. I think that's the end of Zel's turn. Not gonna move. Oh, actually, you know what? He will take the rest of his movement. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get over to here, and
Okay.
that'll be it for his turn.
Very nice. And at the end of your turn, we come to
This. I will add that this is a concentration spell.
concentration spell. Okay. Incapacitation. So they can't do anything at all. Do they have to make another save at the end of their turn?
Nope, they are done for. The only way of getting out of this is if they take any damage or someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's the end of her turn then, as she's incapacitated. You notice, I would say, Diego, you can definitely see it. You notice that even though she's incapacitated, there appears to be almost like an essence being pulled from her. The same casting hasn't stopped. It's like she's connected in some way to the orb above you, the same way that Alias is. But yes.
So she's still pulsing magic into
There-
it, even though she can't do
It
anything?
appears to be... You know what? Let's have a... I know we're in the middle of combat. Can I have a perception or investigation check from you? Or maybe Arcana. One of the three. I'll let you pick as you try to investigate what's happening with this.
I'll go for perception because it's the only one I'm proficient in.
Cool.
So we'll do this. A 12.
Yeah, it looks like there's energy coming from her going towards the orb. She doesn't appear to be casting anything, but it appears to be flowing from her. That's what
Okay.
you get with a 12. Yeah. Judge, we come to you.
Cool. I'll go 6 squares up, and I'm going to cast my steed right now. I'll bring
Very
in
nice.
my steed, and then I will mount my steed,
Mhm.
and he's going to take me, and I will take an opportunity attack. But I've already mapped this out. I can get to here, and so I have 20 movement left.
Yep.
And with my ram, for his action, because he goes on my turn
It does.
as my steed, he is going to use he's going to use healing touch on to Diego, which is 2d8 healing.
Okay, very nice.
So he gets 8 points of healing.
Hey, I'll take it.
The
8 is better than nothing,
ambulance
thank you.
coming up the ramp.
And then for the rest of my movement, do I know? I don't know this spell well. Am I able to enter that without me getting affected, or?
I do need to check something quickly, which is the pathing.
Okay.
So you went up to here, and then
Yeah, I
summoned
went
in
up
the
to here.
ram, which takes up 2 squares.
I went up right here.
Okay.
This
I
one right
think
here.
you probably take 1 opportunity attack from this person here,
Yes, that's
and it would be
yes.
towards your ram with a 13 to hit your ram,
Okay.
which has an AC of
Mm,
12.
Of 12, so he's hit.
It does hit for
Okay.
4 points of damage, so it's 4 points off
That's
your
fine.
total. But yeah, all good.
Yeah. I can't take that off, but we'll find it.
I'll do it. You're good. Yep.
And then, the rest of my movement. Do I know if I can enter? If I know if I can enter the hypnotic pattern without.
Hypnotic pattern is instantaneous. You are free
Okay.
to move.
Okay,
It
I'm gonna
is
move
only when
the
they
rest
are
of
in
my
there.
20 feet in here, and now just post up with me and my ram,
Very
and
nice.
that will be the end of my turn.
Very, very nice. As we then come to Sylas.
Yes, Sylas notices he is like falling behind badly. So he will grab in his pocket a potion of speed, which he picked up a long time ago,
Yep.
and he drinks it.
Very nice.
Which will basically ups my AC and double my speed to 60, which is pretty cool
For the next 10 turns. Yep.
for the next 10 turns. Let me do the routing because I'm gonna run like hell. You see this some sort of flash guy running around to here. That's 30. Then to here. That's also 30. That's 60. And I'll use the additional action dash to quickly. Oh. Not yet. I'm gonna fire a guiding bolt to this guy on the stairs.
Yep.
That's my my action. Spells. Which is a 9, even with the advantage.
A double nat
A
1.
double nat 1.
That's
Jeez, I shouldn't have
crazy
given that
luck.
speech.
That's crazy.
Well, it is what it is. I'll take my chances.
Okay.
I'll run past to here, so I'll probably take the opportunity attack.
Yeah, he will. He's used his reaction already, but he cannot
Cool.
make another opportunity attack.
And then I will position myself to here, using my last bit of action or movement from the dash.
Very nice.
But I think that is all I can do. So that will end my turn.
Very nice. At the end of your turn, we come back to the dragon, who will swipe at the one closest to him because he's within range, with 17 to hit, which definitely hits, doing 30 points of damage, leaving him in 2. The dragon will then... He will... He'll move up. That's 10 feet up. 40. He'll move to here. And from here, he can now see... Actually, sorry, he would have to be here. But he can see up above him. He's above this cultist. And whilst here... Seeing that you have incapacitated the one on the left, he will go for Alias with a guiding bolt, which is a 18 to hit, which hits, doing... Wow, that's an incredibly low roll. The 46, he rolled a 13. He does 13 points of damage. And giving advantage on the next spell attack against Alias here on the right. Or, sorry, next attack. He will then slash at the one closest to him with a 13, which is a nat 1, but it is enough to hit, as he does 19 points of damage. Yes, true. It is a miss, even if it's a nat 1. That's true. Thank you. So yeah, he misses, but he is now basically just hovering above this guy here. You hear the flaps of the wings, and that will be the end of his turn as we come to Mirabelle.
Oh, I'm unmuted already. I don't. I mean, I saw Sylas do it. Can I walk? Like, can I?
Yeah, it's basically like a 3-foot wall, so you just have to walk over it. The first one's not that high.
No, okay, good, gotcha. I will then. So, seeing Judge run over to where Diego used to be, I'm like, oh shit, something probably happened. And so I will action dash to here. That's about as far as I can get. I'm still not really seeing much, but I am going to spend 2 sorcery points to quick spell.
Okay.
Flaming Sphere. Right where I left my fireball.
I will say you're currently up against the wall that is 10 foot if you stand here. They are about 20 foot up, so it's difficult to see them either way.
Can I see them from here then, or if I stand back a little bit?
I would probably say no on most cases, but I'll allow it. Go for it. I'll say you can see the top of their heads. The horns on the top of their head.
Oh, but wait, I'm not sure if I'm in range now. Hang on. I'm not in range anymore.
Yeah, sorry.
Shit.
I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but
Well, in that case,
yeah.
I'll use the guys. In that case, I'll use a guiding bolt on. I think I can probably see Alias best
Yeah, you definitely can.
from here. Yeah, I'm not sure.
The other one's incapacitated. I'd say Alias is more aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I'll remind people: if
You
you
do
hit
have
Elirr,
advantage to
she is
hit.
She is no longer incapacitated.
So you do
I
get.
do
You have
have
advantage because Alias
of my-
is. The Alias was hit by a guiding bolt last turn. You gain advantage.
Yeah, I have advantage anyway because of my innate sorcery.
Even better.
So, yeah.
So 13 to hit.
But I forgot.
or-
I forgot to click it. So 23.
23 definitely hits.
So 15 radiant damage.
As you do an additional 15 points of radiant damage to him. And the next attack will have advantage. Very nice. Is that the end of your turn?
Shit out of him. That's the end of my turn. Yeah.
Very nice. At the end of your turn,
Oh, no,
Corvin.
no.
Oh, yes. Go back. Yep.
Sorry, Discord. It's not the end of my turn. Whenever I spend sorcery points, which I just did,
Mhm.
my Spellfire sorcery triggers that can either heal people or deal damage. And in this
Mhm.
case, I'm gonna deal damage.
Nice.
And I'm sorry, my roll 20 is incredibly slow.
You're all good.
I am not sure. Oh. Yeah, so I can use Radiant Fire. One creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself takes 1d4 fire or radiant damage. I'm gonna give fire damage to this guy to my left.
Okay. Yep.
It's only 1d4, but it's a little bit.
Every bit counts.
Exactly. And it's a 4. Let's go.
Especially when
4
it's a max
points
roll.
of damage.
Very nice. Yeah. Perfect. And is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Very nice. At the end of your turn, Corvin. Corvin. Where's Corvin? There he is. Hold on. Hold on. Arendor has disappeared from the initiative tracker. I will say he had a 16. I cannot remember what he was, and he goes before Corvin. So he will go now. Or sorry, a 17, and he goes before Corvin because of the DC. Fine. Sure. Arendor, who spent the first turn taking in the sights and a little bit afraid, will make his way. He will cast as a bonus action Crow Step, which allows him to basically Misty Step. And it's a 1d6 to get it back, which he does not. So he can move 30 feet, which will bring him to next to you, Elirr. He will then use the additional movement to get to here, at which point he will say to Jinglethorn, "We have to stop this. You got it." And then Bardic Inspiration for Jinglethorn. Giving advantage to Jinglethorn. Can he give advantage? Just to remind me, for the bard of the group, bards plural of the group. Can he give advantage to someone other than the person he's given Bardic Inspiration to, or is the Bardic Inspiration for the player who he gives?
He doesn't give advantage to with Bardic Inspiration. It's a 1d whatever
So
it is.
what am I thinking of? Silvery
The
Bards.
the
Thank you.
Silvery Bards, which
Thank
he
you.
gave
Thank you, thank
advantage to Sylas.
Correct, he did, yes. So yes, he gives Bardic Inspiration to Jinglethorn as... He will then... cast a... Yeah, that's the only thing he could do. He will cast... He'll use his crossbow to shoot the guy on the left and finish him off with a 25 to hit, which does an 18 points of damage, killing the one on the stairs to the left-hand side. And that is the end of his turn. As we then come to Corvin, who will run up the stairs here. He will then He will then Misty step forward. Another 30 feet to here. He cannot see anybody within range. Yes, he can see this one here. Just about. He will cast his Arcane Burst. The 15, which hits, doing 19 points of damage, killing it outright, and now he cannot see anybody within range of him. Because he cannot see these guys up here. So, that is the end of his turn as we come to Ashira.
Hello. I know that you told us last week, but I can't remember. These next 2 platforms ahead of me, I suppose
10 feet
I
up.
can't. So what does that mean?
Don't try it.
Okay, so it would be an action to try
It
and
would
get
be
up
an
there.
action
That's what you're
and
saying.
it would be a check, yes.
Okay, well, I can't get to anyone, I don't think. So I will. I'm gonna start moving my token. Da-da-da. That's 40 foot of movement.
Mhm.
And then I will cunning action dash
Okay.
for another 40 foot of movement. Is this difficult terrain up the top of the stairs there? Oh, it doesn't matter because I have mobile.
You have mobile, yeah, you're fine. I would
get to
say it
there?
is, but yeah, perfect.
And then I will use my action to throw one of my psychic blades at Alias.
Alias
Which is
at
at advantage, I believe.
Yeah.
So. She's so slow. For an 18?
Hits.
Hits. Okay, let me just take my sneak attack.
Yeah, of course, because, yeah.
Disadvantage.
Uh-huh.
For 25. 25, I don't know why it came out like that.
25 points of damage. Very nice.
25
Very nice.
points of damage.
Yeah. Very nice.
And that is it for me for now.
Very nice, thank you. As the red-hooded cultist at the bottom, the only one left, moves forward to Elariel and will attempt to attack her with his sickle, which hits, doing 5 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, only does 5 points of damage, but that is the end of his turn, as he's basically there just like attacking, because he's the last one of the bunch. Elirr, we come to you.
I'm pretty sure I saw that, so I'm gonna toll the dead on that guy because, you know,
Okay.
don't do that.
Sure.
DC 17.
Wisdom save. Yes. Wisdom save. 16, so he fails. You'd like to roll damage.
14 damage.
Woo! Yeah, as you finish off this already injured cultist. And that knocks all of the cultists down.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Guess I will go there.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Toll the Dead is not a spell, right? Like, it doesn't count as a spell.
You
Because
can
my
tell me.
Storm Touch only works... Like, it's a cantrip.
Yes,
Like,
cantrip. So you
Then
can
yeah,
cast a spell.
it doesn't count as a spell. You still have your spell slot.
Unfortunate. Okay.
I see. You wanted to have. Okay, yeah.
I wanted
gotcha.
to have extra movement. Yeah.
I'm just gonna change the opacity of a couple of these guys as we go. However, Elariel, on her turn, seeing you, will misty step up, thanking you, Elirr. She will see what's ahead of her. That's the range. Yeah, wow. From where she is, she can see, because we said further back she can see, right? From further back. Yeah, she's going to attack Malachor with her arcane burst from here. All three, 120 feet. 2 hit, 1 is a crit. For 12, 33, so that's 45 points of damage. As you see, this hits into what looks like you guys would see this magic flying through the air, smacking into and denting the orb for a moment as it then continues to move around. It looks like it took damage and the blast did affect the magic energy within this orb, but hasn't broken it. And that's the end of her turn as Lord Alias Feathercast then steps forward to his sister, where he pulls out his blade. We're on round 2, right? Yes. Yep. Where he pulls out his blade and cuts into her throat, slicing her throat clean.
She's no longer incapacitated.
You see the blood spouts out from her neck and begins to fall and spray down her chest as the word brother is emanated as she struggles to get it out. Alias says, together, we're plunging the dagger into his own chest.
DM,
Yes.
random question here. Random question.
Yeah.
If I wanted to use a reaction right now, to maybe...
What's your reaction?
I don't know how this is going to work because you didn't really... It's not like he's... I don't know. I want to reduce the damage he just did to her.
Well,
And
he slit
maybe
her
see-
throat cleanly on his turn. No matter what you do in terms of reducing damage, she's dead. She also accepted it as soon as she felt the blade. She would have accepted the damage.
I don't think she can accept it because she's incapacitated.
She can as soon as she takes a bit of damage. She can accept it because she's no longer incapacitated. Narratively speaking, you guys witness as the blood freely flows down Elara's arms. You see Alias can barely stand as the blade hits into his chest. You see neither of them appear to flee. They both almost embrace one another. They don't even attempt to defend themselves at all here. Instead, they look towards one another and smile. For the first time, they look at ease. Their bodies begin to crack, but not with injury, with light. The blood diffuses into the shadow essence, which is still being absorbed by the orb above them. Purple radiance erupts from beneath their skin, and you feel like you can hear the chanting you first heard when you entered the room, continuing. Louder, faster, madder, as the twins fall to the ground and throw themselves willingly towards the orb. Their bodies begin to shatter and break. You see that the cracks of their skins turns into ash. Ash flows up into this orb, which begins to move even faster. You hear screams, laughter, thunder, and they're gone. As the stones stop spinning, as the crackle of lightning in the air around you comes almost like a storm on the horizon. You see that the orb drops. It slows. The essence of shadow absorbs into the chest and fills as the stones that were circling begin to slow and hover above the head. In the center, above this creature's head, you see a single piece of what looks to be a crown fragment. The 3 pieces of stone held suspended above him. And it's with that as you see these stones stop, the avatar opens his eyes as purple light exudes out, filling the room around you. I need everyone within 150 feet to please make a DC 20 strength save, please.
Pardon?
Control this.
Save?
Strength save. DC 20.
That is insane.
That is everybody, I think, is Zell in range. Cool.
Like, what's the plus
Oh,
I
right,
get from you,
13.
Judge? Wait, Judge, am I in range?
DM, I've got a question.
Is
Yes.
it 30 feet or 10?
10.
I'm
not
at,
in range.
I'm at a line of sight right now.
Technically, you must be within line of sight to have cast the spell, right?
Nope.
Hypnotic pattern.
Nope, no need for line of sight.
Everyone in the room has to make that save because it's basically like
Okay.
a brush of air coming out towards
Oh,
everybody.
it's
DM,
worth
I have a
try.
question.
Definitely worth a try.
DM.
Yes.
I have a question. I am mounted on my steed. So
Okay.
if my steed succeeds, if I'm holding
I will
on
say
him,
you have advantage. You have advantage
Oh,
on your strength
okay.
save to hold on
Sure.
to hold on to the ram. If
I
he
have
succeeds.
a question. I have a question.
Yes.
I'm prone and can fly.
I will say, actually, you know what? Because you're prone, I'll say you have advantage.
Okay, cool. Hey,
Did you
look,
roll
a small win.
did you roll a 0?
How did I roll a 20? I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
2 characters rolled a 0. What the hell?
We have a
Okay.
-1 to strength saving throw.
Yeah, same.
All right.
But
Everybody who has failed that save is pushed back 60 feet.
Where am I going?
As you will be
What?
going. So if you could take your point to the center of the character, you are then moved opposite away from him. Basically, it's emanating from the center of where that character is. So you're moving 60 feet back. I can do it for each of you, if you like.
I'm off the map.
Ashira.
Off the
Guess
map.
who doesn't?
Yeah.
Do I fall off?
Ashira, you hit that wall there
Yeah.
and take... That's 10 foot. Remember 10 foot, please. 10 foot for Ashira.
Okay.
I did 15 feet.
So
Judge,
this is
15
why
feet.
you asked. This is why you clarified at the start that for every 5 feet of movement you get hit into something, you take 1d6
Yes.
of damage.
Diego.
You
Did
fuck.
you also roll
Diego.
a 0?
Yeah?
Did you move at all?
Brother, I'm Swolego. You don't move me.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, brother.
By the way, can I, like, this whole, like, being pushed by a cloud of air, does me having wings and stuff help at all?
Nope.
Okay.
It does not.
But I float over this, like, over
Let's see,
this
where are
fountain,
you?
or do I fall into it? Like, I fell.
Where
from
were
where I
you?
stood.
From there, you would hit the wall here.
I
You'd
would
probably
hit the
go-
wall.
You would hit the wall
What?
here. Yeah. As it's technically a wall here. If you want, I can say you fall.
What do you mean you fall?
It's going to be even more
3
damage.
feet.
If you don't, like, it's bludgeoning and then falling as well, because you trip backwards over the fountain
That's
towards
why
the
I was
ground over here.
arguing about, like, having wings and stuff, but it's fine. Sure, I
Okay,
will
so we
go
have
where I
Diego
guess.
succeeded, Elirr, Mirabelle, Sylas, and Zelentrus. Can I have Elirr? You've
Sylas
moved how many feet?
Silas did succeed.
That has succeeded.
How many
Perfect.
feet before I hit
Yeah,
the
he did
wall? or
succeed.
Yes,
after?
before hitting the wall. Before hitting the wall.
25.
25 feet. Okay. 25. Mirabelle. Where are you?
okay, so I was standing there.
Okay, so
So
you
I
would
don't
hit.
I don't hit
you would hit this
anything on my
wall.
way back, right?
You would hit this
That
wall. Yeah.
Five,
So that is
10,
5, 10, 15, 20,
25.
25 feet. Very nice. And Zelentrus. You know what? I will give you advantage on your strength saving throw because
Doesn't
of
matter,
where
mate.
you are.
I have to crit save. I have to crit
Okay.
to get this. But let me take 2 things. First of all, Vestige is flying, so won't hit the barrier. Does move back 60 feet. I've already moved it.
Cool.
I move off the map.
You would hit the wall over here.
You hit the wall.
Oh, there's a wall there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
cool.
it's a ledge.
Yeah, it's like a ledge. Basically, if you imagine he's technically up, right? So the blast will be coming from above you as well, be pushing you back down, basically. So how many
I
feet
get
is that, please?
25.
25 feet.
I move 25.
Okay, very nice. This is fun for me. This would be 5. There's 4, because we round down. This would be 3, 3, 3. Okay. Ashira, we're gonna start with
Just
you.
for the lols, I'll make that ability check very quickly, see if I did roll
Shira.
a crit.
Max,
Yeah, go
I
for
also did feel.
You did what, sorry?
I did fail.
You failed it. Okay, how
Yeah,
far do
because
you move?
I had advantage on, and I rolled a 13 and a 19.
Okay.
So
Tim,
But
you're
I'm-
against the wall. That's
Exactly.
26.
I'm against the wall. I was already against the wall.
You're against the wall.
I was already standing here.
So it's for every 10 feet you take 1d6. It's 66.
Yeah, but I didn't move. Like if I go like this way.
Yeah,
I'm
so you're
already
basically
at move.
pressed against the wall. That's the way it would work. But you would take
He
the
takes the
blast
full
damage.
amount. He
Which is
takes the full
66.
amount of damage.
So we're gonna start at the bottom and work our way up. Let's start with Zelentrus. Zelentrus, I'm gonna let you. Do you want me? Okay. Do you want me to roll the damage dice for you guys, or would you guys like to roll it yourself?
You roll it, you're the leader.
Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna have Zelentrus. You take 3d6 bludgeoning damage as you take a whopping 9 points damage.
I'll go
Mirabelle, you take
immaterial.
3d6. Okay, yeah, you go
You got that.
immaterial. Very nice. Mirabelle, you take 6 points. Elirr, you take 12 points of damage. Ashira, with 5d6, you take 15 points of damage. Oh my god, he rolled really well. As Sylas, for 66. Oh, I misjudged. Judge, you failed. Did you? 4d6.
I took 3
Alright.
d6.
You moved 15 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd still have 45 feet, so it'd be 4, 6. So you take 15, which is Sylas for 66. I'm really sorry, but it is 22 points of bludgeoning damage against the wall.
I didn't go immaterial, I just took the damage.
Okay. I also need to roll for the others. Let me do that quickly. I will very quickly run through it. Bear with me. I'll roll. So Corvin fails. Cribrak will use a legendary resistance to cement himself. Actually, he doesn't have one. I'm being stupid. He will just fail. Probably. Let's see if the dragon succeeds. 26. He succeeds. Jinglethorn with a flat roll 13 fails. Alariel, strength save 14, she fails. Let me just remove these guys. Erendor, strength is not his strong suit. 14 as well, as they all fail. Okay, Jinglethorn is pushed back 5, 10, 15. The 15. Alariel has moved back 10 feet. Erendor bumps next to you for, so it's 15 as well. 15, 10. Corvin, where are you? Corvin moves back 5 feet as he takes the full brunt as well. 66. Yeah, because he's on the same staircase. Yeah, he would. Okay, so I'll roll their damage just very quickly. Sorry, guys. 46. 5d6. 5d6 and 3d6. 66 even. Alright, as Corvin takes 22 points of damage, we see that Alariel takes 19 points, Erendor takes 14 points. Where's Alariel? Where are you at? Where's she gone? Oh. There she is. Alariel takes 19 points damage. And Jinglethorn with the 46 takes 16 points of damage. Okay.
I have a question for you for those that fail.
Yes.
Are they knocked prone as well, or are they upright?
They're pushed back. That is it. You hit the wall, you are not knocked prone.
Cool.
You were just pushed back, as it's basically a blast. If it was a nat 1 or a fumble, or if you seriously fell underneath the DC, I'd say if it was a fumble, you'd be prone. Okay, let me send back very quickly. Sorry. As he took how much? 16 points of damage. Okay, perfect. As this blast echoes through the chamber, the avatar begins to lower, almost slowly during this process. And it slowly turns its head. The movement alone causes the entire chamber to shake. The roots on the side begin to splinter as if lightning has run up either side. Stone in the area cracks and crumbles. The air itself screams. Please, can I have all of you elect one player to roll a d12 for me, please?
Yeah, you
I'm
go the
leaving
lucky.
it to you.
What number do you guys want?
Do we want high or low?
6. Let's go in the middle.
Yeah.
You want a
Split
6?
it down the middle.
Six.
Sure. As luck be on my side. 10.
Yikes.
Hey, that's 4 away from a 6. That's pretty close on a D100.
All right, let me
Might
check
be
my
a D12,
list.
but it'd be close on a D100.
Let me check my list here.
Yeah.
All right.
What happens on a 10?
He casts the whole fireball that
There are
does
12
max
of
damage.
you in here, aren't there? Its gaze, as he lowers to the ground, its gaze settles on Judge. And for a moment, your eyes lock and everything becomes silent. You see he raises a single finger towards you. A beam of impossible light erupts from his hand. It's not radiant, not necrotic. It's something older, something wrong. And it begins to tear through reality itself. Can I please have from you, Judge, a Constitution saving throw, DC 28. You have a very high Constitution, so I'm going to give you the chance.
Do you have Bardic or something?
I will add one
only-
Cosmic Omen to that.
Toxic
I also have
Omen?
a 27. I
Yes.
get a +2 automatically, so I have a 27
Okay,
because
then.
of my aura protection.
Then still.
So
you
you've
get
done it.
No,
It's a D4, right?
Is it D4 you add on top of
It's a
it?
D6. So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
minimum-
have it
that's
then.
it. I have a 29.
Done it, nice.
29. Save.
Very nice.
Correct, DM.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Judge, you
Yeah.
succeed the Constitution saving throw as the blast hits you. Okay, you take half damage.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that when I click this, it doesn't tell you everything about him, but... Let me see here. Bear with me. Oh. What did you roll? Sorry, it was a 1d6?
There's a
It's-
29. It's a roll to 2. Plus,
Okay.
so plus my 2 for more protection.
Gotcha, perfect.
That's
So you
29.
do with the 29 as it is actually, could actually be 29. But yes, perfect. All right. As he casts Divine Erasure on you. All right, and erase you from this plane of existence. Yeah. See if I can share it.
Is this
It's a
counterspell
whisper.
type things, or is this just an ability?
It's
Once per
a
day, right?
feature. Once per day, yeah. 18d8 force damage.
It's 18d10, by the way.
18d10,
That's what
my
that
bad. 18d10, you will take half damage. 96 divided by
I'm-
2.
I'm down. I'm down.
As you go to do
Actually,
so.
no, I'm not down.
No, I'm not there. I'm a tough soul bitch.
How much do you take?
96 divided by 2, that is 48. points. I am down at 13 hit points.
13 hit points. Very nice. And with that, he enters the initiative
Okay.
at 11.
Sorry.
That
so
doesn't count
wasn't
as his turn. No. That's just him being coming into this. Well, it will be his turn, but it's top of the round. Jinglethorn's next anyways in the order list, so it doesn't really matter. It would be Elirr. I'll make him go after Elirr. How about that? Boom.
Okay.
So he comes in at that, yeah, where he would normally. Cool. All right. Yeah, that's the end of his turn, as that's just him arriving as he lands down here. All right, at the end of his turn, Jinglethorn will move to here and Misty Step. Actually, he'd move to here and then Misty Step up to the ledge here, moving an additional 10 feet closer. Now that he's here, Jinglethorn will say... he won't say anything at the moment. He won't say anything. Jinglethorn will... I'd say that anybody in the vicinity can see he looks concerned with this. As he goes to attack with Arcane Burst. 3 times. And only hitting once. Doing 30 points of damage. As one of the blasts hits, Jinglethorn looks almost perplexed at how the other 2 were just deflected as he just swatted them away. And that's the end of his turn. Actually, he gets one more, doesn't he? I'll do one more. He does get one more. Sorry, he does 4. Yeah, it doesn't hit anyways, as he swats them away. As we then come to Diego.
Me?
Yeah, he does come to you, yeah.
I don't know what the
Diego.
fuck to do. What's he doing
Yeah,
now?
no, actually, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
Show me his bottle.
I would
What's
say
going on?
you can feel a burning from the Starlight Stone.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna feel a burning from another place of his nether region. Fuck it. 3rd level moonbeam on this son of a bitch. Let's go.
Okay.
So yeah, I cast Moonbeam. Let me throw it up. It's DC 19 Constitution saving throw, please.
DC 19, Constitution save?
Yeah.
34.
Damn, he has a plus 16?
He has a plus 16 con save.
Plus 16?
Yes.
The fuck? Okay, cool. He takes half damage, because...
Yeah, he does. He absolutely does. As the beam
Right?
clatters in from the
Yeah, it takes
heavens. Takes half damage, yes.
Okay, so he takes a whopping 19 halved, which we will round down to 9? Yeah, we will round up. Cool, yeah, 9. That's
9 points of
9
damage.
radiant damage.
Correct. Thank you. Very nice. And you
I
can
do
see
just-
it does burn into his shoulder slightly.
I aim it directly on its ring piece. But that's my that's my action. I just want to double check how my moonbeam works, because I've not actually used it myself. I know Jane has. I've not used it yet.
You heal every time you hit someone.
Is it hit or is it when they fail?
No, I think it's when you hit someone, or well, when I take damage. You look at your sheet.
Looking. I can't find it. Wait, there it is. Okay, we'll come back to me in a second. But I will then Bardic Inspiration Judge, because it's coming up soon. Just so you know, I didn't tell you this, Ashira, either. My Bardic Inspirations are a 1d12 currently, plus a 1d4. So you actually get 1d12 plus 1d4 from my Bardics currently.
Oh my god, I could have maybe saved.
You didn't want to waste it. I'm then gonna fly. I'll fly over here, 30 feet. And I'll go 20 feet in the air.
Okay.
I I give Judge. I'm invisible as well. So, Judge, you've got the Bardic. Ashira, you've also got that Bardic. I will now quickly look up to see if I heal. If you want to go to the next person, that's fine.
Perfect. Yep. As we then come to Zelentrus.
Hi. Oh. Relatively at the time. Zal's gonna move. That's his first bit of movement. And he's gonna go. Here with a bit more movement. He's then gonna Misty Step up to here. Then
Very nice.
Here. That's his movement. That's movement, action dash, Misty Step, and then we will fly 30 feet that way with Vestige, and that's it for that.
Okay. Very nice. At the end of your turn, Diego, you're not invisible, right?
I am invisible.
You are
Because I
invisible.
used the Bardic Inspiration, and I'm flying. So he
You're
definitely doesn't know where
invisible. Yeah, you're invisible. Okay, in that case, he will use warp space to move 60 feet towards the dragon, and rather towards Jinglethorn, as he's technically underneath the dragon. I'm gonna move this slightly to the side. Yeah.
Is he seeing the Starlight Stones? Is that what he's seeing?
He appears fixated on Jinglethorn.
His Judge also has one as well. I just want to make sure you know that.
I'm aware.
Okay.
He's heading to Jinglethorn as he teleports over, and you guys basically see him almost like blur slightly and just reappear in a different part of the room as he is next to Jinglethorn and Rosakian. At the end of that turn, we come to Judge.
How far of a drop down is this ledge?
You're not quite at the top. I'd say it's probably like, if you went straight off here, for example, it's probably about 7 foot. You wouldn't take damage.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'm gonna run, get back up on my steed, so I can use his movement. He's faster than me. He's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, get me right up in there.
Yep, absolutely. 15
and
would do it.
I'm gonna whack him. Actually, I'll use my steed's action first.
Okay.
Since I'm already on him, and he's gonna just slam into him. Slam into his side.
Okay.
He's gonna miss.
He misses
it's okay,
with a
though.
9. Yeah. he
Doesn't
misses.
matter. I will swing then, trying to hit him. A natural 20, and I'll use my level 2 Divine Smite, level 2 spell on this.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, nat 20.
27 plus 2 smite, or a level 2 smite, which would be this. Is he a fiend, undead, anything of that nature?
No.
Because this will give extra damage, no? Okay.
It's not.
It is a level 2 though, so it does get another d8 each. So I'll roll another
That's
2d8.
27 plus 7 is 38 plus 5. 43 points of damage is what I've got that counted as. Is that correct, everybody?
34, 38, 43. Yeah, 43.
Perfect. As you do
And then
43 points of damage. Very, very nice.
Wait, let me see something here. I could probably make the damage better. No, I'll keep that one, and I'm gonna whack at him again.
Okay.
I'll fumble. But I will. I don't think it matters if the Bardic's already missed because of the epic failure. I won't use it. And I will hold my ground.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he will make a Chaos Strike attack towards you,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
which is a 22 to hit.
Misses.
Cool. That's the end of his turn, yeah. As we come to Sylas.
Silas had a plan, and he saw Judge running away, and then like, oh, for fuck. So he will run after him using his movement, because the guy needs help. I'm standing next to him, and I will use my. I will change my starry form from Archer to Chalice.
Okay.
Which grants me another 1d8 plus 4 extra healing die if I heal someone, and then I will use healing word on Judge.
Okay.
And I will do that at 2nd level. So that will add another healing dice to the roll.
Very nice.
So that's 15. That's the basic one, and then the 1d8, 3 plus 4, 7. So 15 plus 7 is what the Judge gets back from healing. 22.
Very nice.
I will. You're welcome. No, stay alive. I will step back a little, and I will use my final guiding bolt as the extra attack from the potion of speed towards our big friend here.
Very nice. Yeah. As you do so.
Which is a 13.
Which unfortunately misses.
Jeez. Oh, we did something. That's the end of my turn.
Very nice. At the end of your turn, we come to the dragon. Rosakion the Watcher, aka Varus Calistep. Let's see. Yeah. On his turn, he will start by trying to rend towards, with a 27, a nat 1, and guiding bolt. Can he use that? Wait, let me see. He's not going to use repulsion breath because it's a cone and everybody's around him. He's not stupid. Guiding bolt would be a disadvantage because of how close he is. Yeah, okay. So he would use rend, both of which do hit, doing 17, 21, total of 38 points of slashing and lightning damage towards him. As you can see, this appears to affect him, but he doesn't look phased. It appears to like slash through him, but it almost reforms as it does so. And at the end of his turn, we come to Corvin. Corvin steps forward up to where you are, Zelentrus, and will cast towards... He will cast... Again, there's so many people around him. He's definitely just going to go with the Arcane Burst guarantee. 24 does hit. Fumble misses. And a 9 also misses as he does 21 additional points of damage. Very nice. Erendor is up next. Where is Erendor? Erendor will move 20 feet to here. He no longer has the crow step, so he will misty step up to the ledge to here. And now that he's here, he will use the remainder of his movement to move to here, where he can then slash using his rapier. First one misses. Second one also misses, as he misses both attacks, as we then come to Mirabelle.
I'm gonna stay right where the fuck I am, and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray on it with advantage because of innate sorcery.
Very nice. Yep.
28, 22, and 22.
They all hit.
Nice. Let's go. Wow, that's worth it. That's a little bit better.
Okay.
That's, well, okay.
As you do a
20
total
damage!
of 20 points of damage to him, as you see these flames fly into him But again, there's a purple sort of sheen to him, almost like it's an edge around his form that glows vibrantly, and it doesn't appear
If
to be...
if he has resistance, I like
You
my
ignore it.
elemental. I ignore it.
Yep, very nice. And as you do this points of damage, you notice that it doesn't do as much as you were anticipating it would do. Or at least what you guys have thrown at him so far, it's almost as if he repairs as this damage hits him. As we then come to Ashira.
Okay, everybody's very nicely bundled up, and if I was the bad guy of the campaign right now, without telling you guys, I'd have a great time, but I'm not. So, I'm gonna start running, and I will show you my pathing. And I will tell you now that I will... Oh, I might not have to. That's my pathing, and I have...
Okay.
Am I within 15 feet of him? Yes. Because I have 15-foot reach, I will... I go for my melee, as I do.
Okay.
So, first of all, this tendril sticks out my psychic blade at him. 17.
Unfortunately, a 17 misses. But it does look cool.
Yay. It looks so cool as it just goes with whatever armor he's wearing. And I do want to ask, whilst I'm here, just for Ash, because the stones were circling him before. They're gone now, I assume.
They now appear to be floating above his head, almost like a crown. There's two starlight stones floating just above him.
Yeah.
And in the center between them appears to be a crown fragment. Not a crown fragment. A crown fragment. Floating above him.
Oh. I'm going to take my fan. And I'm going to aim for my stone.
Okay, you wouldn't know which one's
my
which.
second attack.
But yeah, you
Oh,
aim
well,
for
one
one
of them then.
Yep. Okay.
For an offhand attack. Oh! A 20, a nat 20 on the stone.
Definitely hits.
Okay. I need to have Eldritch Mold ticked. Not sneak, not fire opals. Okay. I don't know what that means. 33 points of damage to the stone.
Yeah. As you go to hit the stone, the fan flies up, hitting it. You see that there's a sheen around it that matches the one that seems to be around him, this sort of purple glow around his being. And as you hit it, you notice that there's a slight flicker across his whole body as it moves out of place before moving back into place. I will say the damage appears to have affected him in some way.
And Ashira will just go, "Get the stones!"
Nice.
As I will then bonus action, cunning bonus action disengage. Because I don't know if I'm in reaction reach from him, and I will just take a few steps back to here. Just in case he wants to do his wind thing again.
Okay, very nice. At the end of your turn, we then come to Elirr, who will move up. He will Misty Step to here. And she will attack from here using... Yeah, she can't use any of the cones. She's gonna go Arcane Blast again. I know it's boring, but it's what she's got. 23 does hit, and a 13 unfortunately misses, with a 7 also missing. She does 15 points of force damage to him. You notice that he appears to almost resist it, but he shouldn't. So we then come to Elirr.
So you said when you fumble, you go to the floor, right? With the push earlier?
Yes, did you but you didn't fumble.
Yes, I rolled a freaking 1 and I have a -1.
Oh, you
and I have
did!
0.
You're now prone! So you have to use 5 foot of your movement to get back up.
Half my movement, right?
Half your movement, sorry. Yes, half your movement.
Cool, so I'm slumped against the wall, lying down, chilling there. And I guess I get up. and I walk my 15 feet of movement.
Mhm.
And I honestly have no clue what I'm gonna do because I have nothing. Nope, that doesn't work. Lovely that all people around him.
Yep, I know.
Yeah. I guess we'll do a mind sliver on him just because it's fun.
Okay.
60 feet should be in range, I hope.
Yeah, you're within range. You can just about see him. He's a huge creature, so you can see him. Or a large creature, sorry. You can definitely see him.
Intelligence save, DC 70.
Intelligence.
Because he's totally stupid, I can see that.
Yeah, definitely. Intelligence save. 21.
Lovely. I fail.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that the end of your turn? Yes?
Yeah, I'm...
Very nice. At the end of your turn, at the beginning of his turn, I'd say those closest, you know what? Yeah, the beginning of his turn, he rolls a d6. Well, he doesn't. I roll a d6 for him. Wild Magic Surge. Okay. Alright. Very interesting. You notice that in the area behind...
To a sheep. Turn
Use
into
all your
a
hair.
sheep.
Bear with me 1 second.
Teleport yourself. to
Turn
another
into a
building.
sheep. Turn into a sheep. Na 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 na. Turn into a sheep.
Unsummon yourself.
Isn't there one where you teleport to the astral plane?
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Alright,
Like
let's roll
if
it.
Or
he
he
gets
might go
unsummoned, he
bald.
has to go back to where
Does
he
he
came
have
from,
hair?
right?
He gets a beard of feathers.
He has such a nice mane.
He
of
rolled
hair
a
that he can go
97.
bald.
Oh, 97.
What's
I
that?
feel like 97's really good.
Yeah, I think.
We had that once,
Be
right?
bad.
No, I don't.
Be
I
bad.
don't know if we had 97, but we did have a high number in the 90s.
He cast fireball from his crotch.
Okay,
feel like the
97
latest is
is
pretty good.
re-roll, first of all. And you may spend one
no.
sorcery point to move one space up or down this table from the rolled result. You may pay this multiple times to move multiple spaces. So he'll roll and then get to choose to go one or up or down based on it.
Does he have
Yeah.
sorcery points?
He does.
Of course he
32.
does.
He does now.
Be a sheep. Be a sheep. Be a fucking sheep.
32 is you are transported to the astral plane, but he's going to move up one. You cast Misty Step.
Hey, a Misty Step's fine.
Yeah, it
What's he
is.
gonna do with that? Unless he's Misty Stepping into my arsehole, then we got nothing to
He
worry
will
about.
Misty Step over here. And
Oh,
that's the
yikes.
beginning of his turn, because that's just the effect
no.
of Wild Magic Surge at the beginning of his turn. Now that he's here, he will cast Chaos Nova
What is that?
right here.
Is that a spell?
It is a con
Hey, thanks
save
for having me in the campaign, guys.
for
Appreciate it.
everybody within 60 feet of where he last was. It is just, I'm going to read it for everybody. Chaos Nova is a recharge 6 action. Constitution saving throw, DC 20, each enemy in a 60-foot radius sphere from the avatar. So that's everybody from within range of him. 60 foot, that's everybody basically. Has to do a con save. If you fail, you take 15 d10 force damage and 2d10 radiant damage. Failure, you will be pushed 20 feet and prone. Success is half damage, no push or prone. And as he goes to do this, Jinglethorn steps forward. As a reaction, he steps up. He sees the stones moving above him as he channels this energy. You see that Jinglethorn's, for the first time since you've known him, his stone ignites and his form doubles in size. You see that he stands here larger than life, as shadows erupt from him in the room. Constellations burst across the old gnome's skin as he shouts, "No!" Ancient runes ignite around him. Books, pages, fragments of forgotten knowledge spiraling through the air as magic moves around. The starlight stone erupts above him. Jinglethorn has somehow used the stone to redirect the power. You will see that as you look at him, as the magic from the stones cements itself to his stone, as there's this pull of energy towards him, the chamber explodes with light. The floor beneath him vaporizes. You see that he still stands, but now the wrinkles on his skin deepen. His hair falls and turns to a deep white color, deeper than it already was, as if old. Skin becomes parchment thin as you see the veins and viscera beneath his flesh. Diego, as you can see him, can I have you please roll a wisdom save DC 17 for me, please? Actually, let me just double check. It is 3 marks of the whisper, right? 3 whisper marks,
Me?
we agreed?
I have three marks currently, yeah.
Can I have you please roll a wisdom save DC 17, as it was 14 plus the number of marks that you have?
Can I ask why?
Because you see, as you look over, the visage of Fervus standing behind him.
Okay. Wisdom, yeah?
Wisdom save, yes please.
I have advantage because I gave myself advantage.
You do?
Sure, let's just roll it. Oh, ay, caramba. I will use a lucky.
Okay. A 4 and a 14. Lucky.
So... Hey! A bada bing! A bada boom, baby!
An 18 succeeds. I will tell you that if you had failed, you would have had the frightened condition of Jinglethorn.
Oh, is it a fear
What
condition?
stands behind him, yes. Because you are afraid of the
I have advantage
visage.
on that anyway.
You're afraid of the visage of Purpose. You see that as this happens, Varys almost moves to the side. He attempts to try and intervene with his reaction. And it's then that the avatar of Malachor, on his turn, throws what appears to be a spear from his hand, as you see a chaos spear moves towards him. I need a dex save from our dragon. 15 is too low. It was a 17.
Wait, so did he do Chaos Nova and now he's throwing a spear?
Correct.
Does he have? Is it a bonus action for the spear? Because it's an action for Chaos Nova.
Let me see. It is a bonus action. A bonus action, yeah. In doing so, it doesn't appear to do damage. It just pushes back, so it's not really an attack. Anyways, Varys is pushed back. He is lunged a total of 60 feet. 10, 15, 20, 30, 30 feet here. He will then take 30 to 3d6. He takes 10 points of damage. And you notice that as the bronze scales flash, the avatar barely even notices that he was there, as the stone above Jinglethorn is glaring above him. You see the focus of the avatar appears to be on the stone as he moves closer to within reach of it. And that is the end of his turn.
Opportunity
Yes.
attack from me.
Yeah, go for it. I will say at the beginning of his turn, you
11.
also noticed that he appeared to regain some of the damage
Bardic.
that was around him. So some of the claw marks appear to have sealed and healed back up.
Do I? I don't have sneak, so that's not gonna.
11 misses.
Fine. Yeah, it's fine.
But at the end of his turn, we come to Fribrak. Fribrak! Jinglethorn. He looks up, pale, and says to you all, "We cannot kill it. Not while the stones remain." Perhaps now, as he looks over to Judge Erendor. The two of you are the closest, so I am going to rule... You know what? Judge, you do have a Starlit Stone, right? He looks over to Sylas, Diego, Erendor, and then to his right, seeing his two apprentices and Zelentrus.
I'm invisible.
You're invisible, so he definitely can't see you. He begins to cast through the stone. And you see that the stone begins to swirl up above him. And in that moment, you notice that a portal rift opens behind him, just here. I will hold it open. The stones must be removed. The keepers carried them apart. Someone must do so again. And it's with that a variation of Time Stop has been cast by Jinglethorn through the stone. The only ones who are currently exempt are those who carry an Oathbound Relic or a Starlight Stone. I will remind you, that includes Malachor. Malachor appears to be somewhat held in place by this casting, as if the stones are just beyond his reach, as he was technically not attuned, but is channeled through the attunement. What do you guys do? As I will say that you four have 6 seconds. Yes.
I have a question. So he's just given everyone around to do something
To remove
besides
the stones.
half of us. Because
Anybody who is not affected by... So the Starlight Stone, he is freezing the Starlight Stones in place. The only people who would be exempt from this type of magic, which is Fervus's Chaos magic, is somebody who is currently holding an Oathbound Relic tied to Fervus, or a Starlight Stone tied to Fervus.
But isn't Malachor... You just said so Malachor's got
Malachor's
one,
not
so he
attuned.
isn't-
He is not attuned. Anybody who is
Oh.
attuned to one of those items or has it...
So he is stunned.
The Judge
Like,
is
he's
stunned as
for a
well,
bit.
technically. Sorry, Judge. Sorry.
Point of this
But-
move.
sorry.
This
Then-
most of us are
But
stunned.
then the people with the relics aren't attuned either, right?
I would say that Del
that
is
logic.
definitely attuned, and Erendor is definitely attuned. Erendor is definitely attuned because it's something that's like part of them. Part of them is in their stone.
I'm
Okay.
confused. Does it also include like my stone?
Sorry, let me read this. Let me read through because I'm getting confused answering questions about it. Anybody who is currently in possession of the Starlight Stone or Oathbound Relic. So anybody with a Starlight Stone or Oathbound Relic, so it does include Judge.
Possession.
He is
Okay,
not
cool.
in possession of it because he is technically
So-
summoned by them.
For clarity, then, do we basically only have the turns of the people that are in possession of one of these, and
I am
skip
going to
everyone
say
else till we
yes.
get back to Jinglethorn?
Yes. So it will be first Diego.
Oh,
got one
brother. Okay, cool.
You would all have
Uh,
heard that he said to you very clearly, I will hold the exit. The stones must be removed. The keepers carry them apart. Someone must do so again. As a portal has appeared here.
Sure. Knowing that, then, I will fly 60 feet, well, 45 feet to here, using my supersonic superpower, Pablow. I will Bardic Inspiration Zelentrus. You have a D12 and a D4 that you can use. Together, they're combined. And then, using the remainder of my movement, I will fly up to the stone, clasp a hand on it, and try to rip it away from the location it's in place. to throw it through. Is my
Okay.
idea.
Okay.
Um.
Can I have?
Yeah. What do you want?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a strength check from you, please.
A strength check. I'm also invisible while I'm doing this, but would it be a athletics? No, wouldn't be athletics, would it?
It'd
You
be
want flat strength.
Flat strength, please. You do have your gauntlets, so it's not as bad as it used to be.
Yeah, no, I do. I also have another question regarding the fear that you made me make the thing for earlier. I already had advantage because of my Starlight Stone being active. So would that have used my advantage that I gave myself earlier, or do I now have the advantage for this as well?
You still have advantage here.
Okay, cool. Then that's slightly better. Sure, let's go for this. A 23?
DC was 15. So yes,
Oh,
you
okay,
successfully ripped one of the stones from
So I pull the
above
stone.
him. Yes.
Is that my whole turn?
It's disconnected
my
from
action?
him. What are you going to do with it as you pull it off?
Well, if I moved 45 feet to here, I have another 15 feet. I can't throw it, can I? 'Cause
Okay,
that'd be
you
my-
can't throw it. It would be an action, but I will allow you to move.
Wait, I could go to the portal and drop it, right? There's a free action?
Yeah, I guess you could.
I will fly to the portal.
I will tell you. As soon as you pulled it away, you felt like it's pulling itself back, almost like a magnet being magnetized back towards him.
To him.
Yes.
But if I fly to the portal and drop it into the portal,
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're
can I
doing.
do that?
Yeah, I see what you're doing. Go
The
for
idea
it.
was to throw them into the portal.
I
That's
hear
what
what
he
you're
said,
saying.
yeah?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Then I will fly. Wait, am I not meant to put the stones through? I thought that's what Jinglethorn got the portal for. Because we
I understood
moved
this. We're
this
supposed to
guy.
push
So-
him through. I understood we're supposed to push him through. We take the stones from
How do
him.
we push him through? He has like a plus 16.
He
bullish
says
check.
that the stones
frozen.
must be removed. The keepers carried them apart. Someone must do so again. Not because you. Someone must do
I
so
take
again.
I take a stone from him. I fly 15 feet away because I've got 15 feet movement.
Okay.
I'm
Which way are
over
you
here.
flying?
I'm visible again because I haven't made an attack roll.
Okay. You
and I've
feel
got
the
stone in
pull
my
of the
hand.
stone towards him.
Hold on.
Okay. At the end of your turn, we come to Zelentrus.
I mean, it's all well and good, but there's not really much I can do. Okay. First question. Do any of the stones look like Ashira stone?
They all look the same.
They all look the same. Fuck it then. Portal's there.
Portal is here.
Can I shoot it? Can I try and shoot a stone through the portal?
You can shoot the stone. I will say you probably noticed when Diego pulled it away that it was trying to pull, like his arm had to really struggle to pull it away from Malachor. So there appears to be some
I have
pull
a
back
minus
towards
1
it.
to strength.
Okay, I will say do you move closer? Yeah,
So,
go on.
First thing I do.
You have bardic.
Bonus action. I do have a bardic. Bonus action. Heavenly Wings.
Okay,
So I can fly.
okay.
The thing is, I can only I was gonna go over, and I was gonna go over to it and take it out. But you've said it gets pulled back in magnetically. I can't move anymore once I've taken it out. I've only got 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
So I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to try to just 2 shots and shoot one of these fuckers through the portal.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Okay.
It's hovering above his head currently.
I'm flying. I'm at the same level as it. I packed a pistol. Dead eye look down the thing. Let's see what happens. It's going to be a radiant shot because fuck this guy. That's a nat 20 31.
Definitely hits. In terms of damage, I will say the damage is done to him as his person, but if you want to go ahead and shoot this through, thematically, it will go through to the other side as you shoot. To describe this to me, how does this go?
I roll the crit damage. Nothing happens on roll 20. But I look down, as I said, packed pistol in hand. Heavenly wings of an Asimar, same purple as his, but unfolded out from behind me. I look down the pistol. I know I don't have Diego's strength, or, you know, the dexterity of Ashira, the pure magical might of Elirr, the command of fire that Mirabelle has, or Sylas's ability to control nature and just rip this thing from where it is. But what I do have is fucking good aim. So I look right down, just as that fucker's frozen in the air. Calculate a couple of angles. The right angle, just like a pool shot. Pool cue straight down the middle, angle it right into the middle of the.
Very nice. Yeah, it definitely hits and knocks the stone away. As you see, it is almost pushed the whole way.
Okay, so 1 on the second d10 for 13 points of range.
It is pulled by the bullet as it shoots straight at the stone, knocking it into the portal. And then you see it begins to fly back.
I extra attack and shoot it again.
Okay, as it's at the edge of the portal, yeah? Go for it.
I have advantage on this one.
You do?
For a 29 to hit.
You hit it, yep. And you knock it once more further into the portal as it just made its way back out. And then it gets shot back again. And you see that it lands in what looks like sand. And then moves back in towards you guys again. And rejoins his crown.
I go right after him. Could I use
have to
my
grab it?
movement to go and grab it instead?
Absolutely. I will say that you
part of
try
my
to grab it
movement.
before it makes it back to him.
Yeah.
Okay, you
I go right after him.
You hold onto it and feel it pulling towards
with
you.
the rest of my movement.
It is currently here.
Okay.
As you grab
No, that's
it.
fine. I have 60 feet of movement on top of my speed. On my steed. We're gonna go right back to the front. I don't know if it was. I'm guessing it wasn't an action to grab the stone because I wasn't pulling it. I'm just grabbing it.
Yeah, it's free action.
So I'm gonna use for my action. Me and my steed are gonna try to push him through the portal.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, me and my steed are just gonna brute force him together.
Okay.
If I can do that.
You can certainly try.
Okay.
So I will need a strength check, I guess.
Would it just be an advantage because technically it's me and my steed working together?
Yeah.
Okay. 11. I do have the inspiration. What is a D12?
Plus a D4.
A D12 plus a D4. Oh god.
13.
Okay.
16, yeah.
16.
Wait,
16.
Did I give you a heroic? I can't remember.
You did actually, beginning of the day, and I have not used that, so I will use that.
Okay.
Yes, to reroll.
Okay.
Oh gosh, what
One of these rolls. 2 6s and an 11.
no.
The maximum there is a 16 with his contested strength check of 35.
Oh gosh.
He
How does
holds
he
in
contest?
place because he is able to resist what he's
frozen.
doing. He's frozen in place. He does
Okay,
not
you
take
also roll
disadvantage against
You
saves,
also
so it would be
roll
a flat
saving
roll.
throw.
It'd be a
It's
flat
not a
roll.
natural roll. Hello?
24.
Wham, wham.
What, you get advantage on this?
He gets advantage on ability checks.
Why?
How,
I
why
thought
would
he's
you
frozen in time. Isn't this kind of just he is just stood
Yeah,
still?
Silvery Bards!
Okay.
Yeah, Silvery Bards them,
Right.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah?
get him pushed.
26.
What in the
Erendor,
world?
Silvery Bards.
Yes, come on, Erendor, help him.
What's going on here?
He's a bard, he should have it.
I know he does have the stone.
You know what?
He would help.
Arendor
He
will
wouldn't-
try it. Arendor will
I give
try
my
it.
advantage. I give my advantage to Erendor. There we go. Come on, buddy. You do
Yeah.
it.
Does it? It's not to hit though. It's just advantage on.
Thematically,
Advantage to do whatever he's doing, right?
Yeah,
He
but
gets a
it's
turn in a minute. He gets a turn in a
okay.
minute.
Okay.
He can do
Thematically,
something.
he's got the advantage. He will Silvery Bards, and it's a 29.
Oh
His skill is
my
higher
Oh
and
my
higher.
god.
As that's a
the
nat
rest of my
20.
movement, for the rest of my
What's his
movement,
advantage
I'm-
though?
Why is it disadvantage?
Silvery Bards, you give someone advantage when you use it. So where does his go? Sylas?
Oh, his advantage. I said he's
you
at.
go.
I thought you said he's at disadvantage. He will give his advantage to Diego.
Why?
For
he
the
had
rest
a
of my
turn.
movement, I will move back here and I'm going to put the stone in my mouth and try to put it inside my core. I'm gonna swallow it.
Okay,
Swallow
as you
the
guys
stone.
do this, Jinglethorn looks to where he thought Diego was, and then to you and says, "You must go through. Someone must take them through."
I am now visible.
Take them? I still have movement, so I guess I can do that. Yeah, I'll run through.
Whoever goes
the
will not
stone?
return.
Oh,
We must separate the
Okay.
stones.
wow. Okay. Well, hey, good luck, guys. And I run through this. I run through. I have the rest of my movement. I'll
You run through with the stone.
Actually, no. My steed will. I'll hop off the steed. I will put a stone on my steed, and I will send him through.
Okay.
Saying, "Good luck, buddy.
That's
Go
one.
somewhere safe." Huh?
You know what?
Husband is the keeper of balance.
That's
Yes,
one. That is one
my.
stone.
Can he not come and collect mine while he's doing it? He's got
Does
an
he have
action,
enough
right?
movement?
He has enough movement.
I'm now
He
visible.
does.
It's in my hand.
He will run over to Diego, grab that stone as well. He's double the keeper, and he'll run through the portal with 2 stones.
This is just chaos. Okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
get your
My steed.
steed
You
to
asked
run
for
through.
this.
Yeah. My,
Yeah,
my
I
steed.
cannot, like, I want
Oswald.
there to be a reason why this can't work, but there isn't a reason why this shouldn't work, so
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, and he has a
As Lance said, keeper of Brolance.
oh dear. So okay, he runs through, and
I
you see
see.
that he steps through, and as he does so,
Yeah.
you can't see him through the portal.
Oh. Missing.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I guess mental link there.
You no
to tell
longer
him
have a
keep-
mental link.
Okay. Well, he knows to keep running, so he's gonna keep running.
Yeah.
Hopefully he finds help somewhere.
There is a crack in the visage of the purple around him as Sylas, in this moment, as this is all happening at the same time, what is it that Sylas does?
It's very, very, very much confused at this point now.
Just watching goats run around the place.
He goes running around, stones getting... get a bug out of the air.
Summon a goat. Have him join.
Yeah. Then he'll have a bro. No, I will... what do I do? I figured something out and then this shit happened. I will use one of my wild shape actions to, while praying to my mother asking for help, I will summon a wild companion, an owl, and I will instruct this owl to go for one of those stones.
Both are currently through the portal now. The owl would go through the portal.
There's no stones anymore?
There's no longer any stones above him now.
Oh, in that case, I kind of missed that. In that case, I will retract because that will give me
Your wild shape back.
a lot of stuffs. Yeah, I didn't ball shape myself. It was my companion as a familiar, some sort of thing. Jeez. Sorry for this, guys.
You basically have free reign to attack if you choose
Yeah.
to do so. I will say you can see Jinglethorn is struggling to hold this as he's holding his hand up, and you see that he's aging rapidly as he's doing so.
Can I ask why he's still holding it open? We put them all through, right?
Still holding
You
it
gonna
open.
drop concentration?
I will use my movement to.
I will say you can see that the avatar of chaos appears fixated on Jinglethorn's stone.
Yeah. Am I gonna do this? It's big. Nah. I am going to stand here,
Mhm.
and I am going to try to use tidal wave on
Okay. Yep.
the area where this little guy is.
Absolutely. What does it do? How does this look?
I need a DC 16.
It would be flat roll. So that would be an advantage. 18.
That will
Save.
miss, unfortunately. So he
Takes
saves
half as
that.
much damage and isn't
takes
knocked
half.
prone. Okay, half as much damage.
So he will take 14 damage.
Very nice, as you do 14 points of damage as the wave just washes through him.
And then I will attempt on. Another guiding bolt attack on him as my second attack from my potion of speed.
Mm-hmm.
A 26
Hits, definitely.
for a whopping 11 damage.
Very nice.
It's something. Yeah, go ahead.
And at the end, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. I will use some movement to get out of the way. Because I have short
Okay, I
movement
like it. Yeah, you move, get out of there.
So what the rest see is like Sylas at the one side, and then all of a sudden he's at the other side.
I'd say that's only those of you who are in that time stop as well. And it's then that you see Erendor, who, watching all of this unfold, watching the stones, he looks to Jinglethorn. And Jinglethorn, who's holding this, his eyes dart to Erendor, and then to the stone that he's casting through, as Erendor steps forward and nods to Jinglethorn. It's then that you see Jinglethorn's form weakens. It splinters. And he drops concentration as the roar of the Avatar erupts throughout the chamber. Reality around you fractures. The portal that was open behind him remains open, but appears to be almost like closing slowly in place. As he goes to reach forward for the stone, Erendor grabs hold of it. You see that around him, as he goes to clutch it, Malakor's hand tries to grab his as he bursts into feathers. He is once again holding the stone, as it's still his turn.
I'm so confused.
What stone is he holding?
Who's holding what
Jinglethorn stone. Jinglethorn
So
stone.
guys, Jinglethorn is having problems staying
Jinglethorn-
up because he's
Jinglethorn
exerted too much.
is
stuff.
exerting all of his magic, and as
Yes.
he goes and is struggling to hold the portal open, his hand drops as the gnome falls
Yes.
to the ground.
And it's
in this
messing with the
moment.
time stop, which is why Malakor is able to reach for it.
Malakor can
Things
now
are starting
move.
to catch up.
So,
Erendor
so time
grabs
stop
the
is
stone.
over.
Time stop is over, but as this is happening, he grabs the stone. Malakor goes to grab his hand as he turns to feathers and appears next to the portal. Before Malakor can react, Erendor looks one moment over towards Ashira. There's a slight smile as he steps backwards into the portal with the last stone. Disappears. In this moment, you see Jinglethorn shrinks back to his normal size. You see that the Starlight Stone that rose from his chest left a mark on him, and for a moment, it looks as though he looked lighter, relieved, as though he finally set down a weight that he's carried for years. The moment that Erendor's hand closed around it, Jinglethorn's knees buckled. The old gnome's body began to crumble. Ash. Starlight. And as Arendor left with just a smile on his face, the last thing Ashira would have heard just as time began to move normally again. Tell them all, I finally stopped running. I'm sorry. As he steps through. And I'd say that, Judge, you see a hand upon his shoulder of a familiar robe of a flickering being with a cracked hourglass. And as the portal closes, you all see that the purple corruption throughout the grove begins to falter. One by one, the pylons throughout the roots shatters. The roots begin pulling free from the metal driven through them. Golden sap healing in those points. The heartbeat of Sylvana has returned. And the avatar still stands. This time, he looks different as we enter phase 3 of this combat. I'm going to say, before we do so, actually, you know what? No, we're going to dive into it. We'll finish this combat. Yeah, he changes form slightly and becomes the severed aspect of chaos. Sorry, I misclicked. All right. As we come back, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, we were on Jinglethorn's turn.
No, because time stopped, right? So
We're on
Mirabelle's
Arendor's turn.
Mirabelle's turn. Yeah.
No. I thought we said we agreed that when it started that it would go back to Jinglethorn because it's going through a whole turn order.
But it
in
did
the
that
time
because
it sort of
'cause
picked up
stopped
midway
before
through.
it did.
Yeah.
Right?
We'll say that
It
it picks
stopped
up
before
with
it did.
Mirabelle. Mirabelle, you see before you cracks
I have no
race.
fucking clue what happened.
Cracks race across the body of this being. Chunks of celestial flesh, almost torn. You see the old wounds that you guys inflicted upon him. Entire wings collapsing into dust. The impossible weight crushing this chamber suddenly lessens. And he looks towards all of you. For the first time, he doesn't look as confident as he did. What is it that you do?
Yeah, fireball, and I invoke my ring, so
Okay.
so
I love
no
that.
one will get hurt. No one will get hurt.
Yes, very nice. I
I have
fireball.
absolutely no clue what just happened, so
Very
I just
nice.
keep fireballing the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
DC 18 Dex.
Okay, let's see. DC 18 deck save. It was an 11. It was an 11. I whispered it, but it was an 11 as he failed. So if you'd like to roll damage for me, please.
Well, get her.
You guys
so
all
that-
see this looks like it
it's
does
a-
a lot of damage.
It's a 30, by the way, because of my elemental adept. All the ones that I roll turn into a 2, so it's 30 damage.
Very nice. So 30 points of fire damage straight into the heart of Malachor here.
Right. I will also spend 5 sorcery points to buy back a level 3 spell slot. And because of that, I also invoke my
Spellfire.
my fire. So that's another D4 of fire.
Ooh.
Another 4.
Another 4. They all add up. Very nice.
Yeah, I had no clue what happened, so I just fireball the bitch.
Very, very nice. As this happens... yeah, is that the end of your turn? Perfect. As we then come to Ashira.
So, Ash, I think it's also very confused as to what just happened. Diego's just turned up next to her. People have moved around, but she just caught that last bit, right, of Arendor stepping through the portal, because that's when the time stopped.
Correct.
And I think she would have just nodded at him with a sad smile. And then her face just goes to the 1,000-yard stare as she just marches up right next to Andros, Judge.
Yep. Yep.
And she's just so done with this guy. And she closes her eyes, opens them back up. They start to glow as prismatic spray just on this one guy, straight ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
So I need from you a. I wish I just had the spell itself instead of. Oh wait, I need to roll a 1d8, and I will tell you what the effect is that he's rolling for.
I want to share that with you guys.
Okay. I need a dex save from him.
A dex save. 24.
Yes. Okay, he takes 66 fire damage.
Okay. 56
Which I
is
will roll
nuts.
for you.
66 fire damage. As this spray
Which
does.
is 24 points of fire damage.
24 points of fire damage. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, he's looking very rough, guys. He's looking bloodied.
You know what? I'll stand my ground. Ash is pissed.
Okay.
That's it.
Very nice. At the end of your turn, we come to Elariel. Elariel will step towards her master's body, which is now just a pile of ash and bone. Tears in her eyes. As then she will cast for the first time in a cone upwards. He will cast Cone Cold, which is a con save. 14 con save. Oh, that's the wrong sheet. One sec. Here we go. As he succeeds, but he will take half as much damage, so 88. He takes 36 points divided by 2 is 15 points of damage, cold damage. Very nice, and that's the end of her turn. As we come to Elirr.
Sure. With my 30 feet of movement, could I move up there, like fly up there, or no?
I'd say you're
Because it's
just on the
exactly
edge.
30 from what I was.
Just on the
From where?
edge. I'd say you're just on the edge. You can probably get to just about there.
Cast a lightning bolt.
Okay,
And
very nice.
as I do, I guess I call on Balosaur. Guide this into him. And yeah. And it's a 5 feet cone from somewhere. I don't quite understand. Like, it's a really weird stuff, but whatever. 100 feet long, 5 foot wide blast.
With a 25, so it's
direction
basically a
somewhere, I don't
line straight ahead of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, with a 25, he succeeds, so he takes half the damage if you'd like to roll damage.
Yeah. 25.
Nice,
so-
which rounds down to 13.
Thing.
Yep. Sorry, 12. At the end of your turn?
I guess push him 10 feet.
Does it push him 10 feet?
Using the storm touch.
Ah, okay.
Push the
You're gonna push him 10 feet?
larger.
Yeah, larger, smaller. Yeah, that works. 10 feet as he goes to here. He's pushed up against the stone there. Yeah. Very nice.
That's the end of.
Perfect. On the end of...
actually,
Yeah.
I will use the bonus action to
Okay.
repair the arcane ward using one of my spell slots, I believe.
Very nice. Yep. And before
Yeah.
the end of your turn, he will use his he will use reality collapse. So I need everybody from a place that he chooses. He's going to choose here. 20 feet of within this range, which does include you, Zel, because you're technically, I know you're 10 foot down, but you're still technically within 20 feet.
I'm the same height as him. I'm flying.
Oh, you're flying.
I have
you're
heavy
flying.
wings,
You're
yeah.
flying at the same level, right?
I'm at I'm at Malakor's head height.
It definitely hits you.
succeed. 21.
I have a question.
Yes.
He's within 20 foot of that.
Is he?
Yeah. The spot you chose. So would it also
Okay,
hurt him?
he go one further then, probably the edge here.
Hey, then that means I'm out of it, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. He'll choose that point. So yeah, con save, please. We have
I
DC
succeed.
20, so Judge succeeds with 19. That goes up to 21. Ashira
No,
fails.
you don't get it. You're right outside of it entirely.
Del fails.
Oh,
Elirr.
Elirr gets it. Elirr gets the +2.
Elariel fails. And Elirr
You succeed!
succeeds.
You succeed, Elirr!
Let's go! That was so
Uh,
good. That was dope as fuck.
As the aura of protection brings you in. Yeah, you guys only take 7, so half down to 3 for those of you who succeed.
Ash, oh no, you used yours, never mind.
That was, just so everybody knows,
have
that
not.
was his legendary action during Elir's turn, as he now comes to his turn. At the beginning of his turn, he rolls a 1d6, which is a 5, which I will share again what that is. Destabilized form. Actually, that is a different thing.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
But I don't
Wow,
think
love that.
anybody apart from Mirabelle has done that, right?
No, mine was halved.
Because yours was half, so it's only Mirabelle. And he rolled a 5, so he takes an additional 3d10. There you go. Do I need to roll that?
Can I just
Yeah.
ask a short question? Does any of that count as a spell?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Which part? Which part are you talking about?
Well, the pushing part, the reality collapse.
No, I think it's just a legendary action. It's just a place that he's chosen. I don't think it's a spell per se. I mean, it would realistically it would be a spell. Yeah, sure. Thematic.
Well,
I don't
the
think
thing is-
I built it correctly, but it is a spell.
I have this ability if I'm hit by a saving throw against a spell that I can use as a reaction.
Okay, go for it.
Sure. I guess I just want to use it once.
Yeah,
So
fair.
I roll d20.
Do you roll a d20? The mythal touched effect. The 17. You gain +2
You
d
get
to
plus
your AC
bonus.
for 1 minute. Very nice.
Okay.
He will move forward to you, Judge, and a go to attack you. With his Chaos Strike. With a 30 to hit.
That hits.
As you take 33 points of damage. 17 slashing, 16
Wow.
radiance.
Yeah, as Judge will drop.
Okay.
No. Oh no, I can't do my reaction anymore.
No, you've used it just now.
Yeah.
He will then move to you, Elirr, as you are within range as well. He will attack you with a 32 to hit. Hit.
Yeah, I got a 17.
Yep.
Try to kill me?
As you take 36 points of damage.
Sure. Down to 10.
Okay. And he will then attack you again
DM.
with another 26. Yep.
So, okay, never mind. Doesn't matter.
26, I'm guessing it hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Is
As
it not
you
what
take
the stone
30
off my
points of
body at
damage.
all?
You don't
Is
have
that-
it on
is-
you anymore.
I do have. No, I do. I kept
No,
the
you
one.
gave it
No,
to.
I gave the one I took from him. I kept the one that I've had.
I didn't
on
realize
me.
that.
Yeah. So if he wants to try to kill me, he has all right to do so because I technically have.
He doesn't have to kill you to take it from you. You're unconscious.
Yeah, but it will remove an attack, right? Because it would be an action to take it from my body.
It would be an action. He will knock Elirr down at this moment because I've done that already. We're gonna play it as that. But thank you for reminding me that you had a stone on you because I completely forgot that you did.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah.
He
All right.
wouldn't be able to take it off you anyway after you start attacking anyway, because
Correct, it is his action.
rather than.
And then as a bonus action after knocking everybody down, he will warp space to move himself over here. That will be the end of his turn as we then come to Diego.
Hello all. Okay, ready to get back up? Dream Song. As I play the Dream Song, 2d8 plus 5 healing for everyone within 30 feet of me. You get a whopping 14 hit points, everyone.
Wow.
Everyone around me, including myself. I believe it is everyone, right? I will just double check it.
I think so.
Any creature within 60 feet of me, which I believe is
Everybody.
of my choice.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, literally everyone. So every single person receives 14 healing. That is my action. I think you also get something else, right? You also have advantage on all wisdom saves. Of your next wisdom save. So you get that as well. Nice.
Very nice.
That's my action. It's not even a spell, which is great, because then third level, mass healing word. Let's get more healing.
Very nice.
Heal.
Yeah, you go to heal people up.
So everyone now receives an additional 11 hit points.
Very nice.
There you go. Hopefully that should help some people out.
Very nice. As both Corbin. I will tell you now, the dragon is back to full health.
Oh, sweet.
Remember,
And then
he's still
15
here.
Foot left. Oh wait. Yeah, 15 foot left. I will then step over to here. And yeah, I believe that's everything.
Very, very nice. And at the end of your turn, we then come to Zelentrus.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
I know that we kind of had our turns in the time freeze and went to kind of skip back round.
Yeah.
I didn't really get to do my full turn because I wasn't able to move Vestige. Can I take Vestige's movement that would have happened during the time slot because we skipped over the turns? I would have moved him directly forward.
Sure. Yeah. I don't see a reason why not.
Vestige moves forward 30, and then he will move beginning of his turn.
I will tell you guys that this avatar looks like he's on his last legs. He's swinging, but he's looking rough.
Everyone's up, so I will use my bonus action to play it safe. And now I'm finally in range. I will use my Vestige's thingy ability, divine ability, to divine power once a day. The Vestige places a curse on a creature I can see within 30 feet of Vestige for 1 minute.
Okay.
While cursed, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against me and the Vestige.
Perfect.
I will then to here and take 2 shots at
Malachor.
Yeah. I've got a question. Oh no, it has to be in the same time. That's fine.
13 unfortunately misses.
13 misses. Do I bother? I'll take the second shot.
Okay.
That's a 22.
Hits. Definitely hits.
For 17 points of radiant damage.
As the radiant damage appears to burn through his flesh. Yeah. Very nice.
That's it. Nothing.
One minor retcon on my part. I have to move 15 foot back because I've now got 3 levels of exhaustion And
do.
my speed is reduced by 15, and I have a -6 to every roll going forward.
You do. At the end of your turn, Zelentris,
Yes.
Judge, just before
Yeah.
you come to your turn,
Ugh.
you see before you that this creature, Malachor, attempts to strike towards Sylas. Using his legendary action. Does a 28 hit
Yes, of course.
as you take 30, 40,
It's 44.
44 points of damage.
Yikes, bro.
Thanks, Diego.
That is
No
his
problem,
legendary
Chief. If that was
action.
me, I was
You
dead,
see
dead.
this happen. Even though Malachor is looking rough, almost like parts of him are falling apart and cracked throughout the radiant pistol bullet hole through his chest, he still manages to slash Sylas. We come to you.
Yeah, I run up, and I will use my bonus action to get myself a level 2 spell slot back with my divine channel divinity stuff. And that's gonna be cool because I'm going to swing with my hammer at him. At this point, because he's low, I'm throwing my shield to the side, and I'm gonna two-hand my hammer.
As a free action,
Yeah.
We like
And I'm
free
gonna
action.
swing my hammer at him. 13, but I can extra attack.
13 unfortunately misses.
19.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay,
As
and I
the
will
severed
level 2
form's
divine smite
AC is
this.
lower.
I will level 2 divine smite this. 20 plus another 1d8. So that's 37 points of damage as I just whack him across his face. Both-handed. Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, great. Okay. So as I run up to him, he knocked me down. I've never felt this much pain in my life, I think. And I'm just like, I'm just sick of this dude. And as I run up with my hammer, two-handed, just deep down, I say, I just call out to Hildegard, and I say, thank you for the guidance you've given me throughout this journey. To those who I've lost and those who are still here, this one's for you. And I'll swing my hammer right towards him, hoping to hit the center of his chest with the divine radiant energy glowing from the hammer as it makes contact with his chest. And I'm hoping just encaves and like pushes into his chest a bit.
As you do so, the hammer almost cracks him in half as you expect it, sort of severs him, and the severed aspect falls to one knee. Its body fractures with growing light. You see the forms of Alias and Alara briefly appear within the cracks as if their bodies have been absorbed here. Their faces fade into the darkness as the avatar reaches towards the place where the portal vanished, then outwards towards you, before the body shatters. Chaos erupts upward like a dying star as he vanishes from sight. The ash breaks, and you just see it's almost like starlight filters down to the ground. The grove falls silent. The ritual is broken. The stones that were used are gone, as is Arendor. Jinglethorn is dead. And for the first time since the convergence, the world is safe for now. Before we continue, before we do our epilogue, I want to ask, do you want to take a 5-minute break? Yeah? We will be right back. Okay, and we're back. Before we kick off, before we get back into things, let's go first to Rez, please. Rez,
Well done, everyone. I brought a bottle of Prosecco with me to celebrate everyone surviving.
Wow.
We all made it, guys. Everyone made it, and nobody died. Everyone.
Wow.
It's not a mojito.
I will pour you all a digital glass in my mouth. Jesus, that was loud. I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but
You guys successfully bested the avatar of chaos. The summoned avatar of what Malachor is. The roots of the ground shook around you. The ritual was chaos and it was broken just as much. But the damage of the ritual still remains. Every starlight stone still present begins to resonate. There's a deafening hum filling the grove. The fragments of the crown of chaos, the one that was between the two stones, remains on the ground where the avatar fell. And you feel it as if it's calling across distance. Diego, you feel it first. The stone in your possession burns with an impossible warmth. It's not pain, it's almost like recognition. For a heartbeat, you see them all. Every keeper, every bearer, almost like a ghost-steel form. Think Jedi ghosts. You see the ghost form of different keepers of balance. Every bearer, every soul who carried one before you. The pull of chaos is gone. The crown has been severed once more, and slowly the grove begins to heal. The violet veins retreated from the bark. One by one, they fade. Roots that had blackened begin to brighten. The corruption recedes. The earth beneath the party's feet softens. Tiny green shoots push through cracked stone. Flowers begin to bloom where shadow once lingered. Life is returning slowly. Sylas. You feel a pull to the center of the grove. You feel as if there's someone looking down at you from above. And the stone you carry of Luriel's spirit, it glows. What do you do?
I will grow my heavenly wings and fly up to the pedestal. I will take out the stone of Luriel that has been given to me earlier on. And as I look up to the sky, almost like giving out some sort of prayer message, and like, you're home. This is where you belong. Now let this circle of whisper live once again. As I place the stone on the pedestal.
As you do so, it begins to glow and almost vibrate slowly and then lift. You hear Luriel, and around you, a warm golden glow spreads through the roots of the world tree, as if circling up higher and higher, further and further. The pulse of the ley line steadies. The grove breathes again. And somewhere deep within the heart of the tree, Luriel has awakened. You see a faint shimmer of him, almost looking at you through the light, and then it's gone. Not fully there, not yet, but it is alive. The spirit beast stirs once more. The forest answers. You guys begin to hear bird song in the distance. You hear what sounds like fluttering wings. You see the occasional butterfly returning. All of a sudden, wind moves through the branches. Leaves begin to get a bit of life to them once more. It's as if trees have grown for the first time in moments. For the first time in centuries, Sylvana's grove lives once again. Nearby, you see Shadowstep. Watches in silence. The great bronze dragon lowers his head, ancient eyes studying the restored tree. Then he turns towards Jinglethorn's body. Whether wounded, dying, or simply standing only through the stubborn arrogance, Varys inclines his head towards where Jinglethorn stood. A gesture as he inclines his head, reserved for equals among dragons, for heroes, for friends. For 300 years, he was my friend. Thank you, old man. There's no joke, no sarcasm, only gratitude in his voice. Then his gaze shifts to the 7 of you, to the people who did what armies, kings, and councils could not. The people who saved the Grove, who stopped the Avatar and preserved the future. You did it. The Grove lives. The ritual is broken. Celestria endures. Around you, the forest continues to heal slowly, patiently. The scars remain, but the wound is closing. The druids will return. The Circle of Whispers will no longer need to hide. The forest will recover. It will take years, perhaps decades, but it will recover. His eyes drift off to the horizon, towards Stonehaven, towards home. Stonehaven will hear of this. The city will know what was done here. The fallen will be remembered. The living will be honored. You see a faint smile on his face. For a moment, nobody speaks. No enemy remains. No ritual threatens. No clocks count down. We have won this day. The future belongs to you. Only the sound of wind moving through newly living leaves around you breaks the silence. Only the weight of everything that has happened, everything that was lost, everything that was saved. Comes flooding in. And for the first time since this journey began, your destinies are your own once more. The battle is over, the Grove endures, and the next chapter of your lives is finally yours. In the moments that follow, Elariel and Corvin join Elirr next to Jinglethorn. They rummage through his belongings. You see that they begin to cast spells. They look at what is left behind. They collect what they can, the spell book that remains. They look at the robes that are left behind and the broken, torn hat that was ripped through the flames. What do the rest of you do as they begin to piece together what remains of Jinglethorn for burial?
I think Judge will go and grab his shield, and as he puts on his back, I think he's just taking in the view of the grove. And I think just deep within him, he just says, well, Willow, I bet you would have loved to see this, wouldn't you? I think that's the first thing that comes to his mind.
Very nice. Yeah. Anyone else doing anything immediately in this moment after the battle?
I think Zell goes over to Ashira, just checks in on her, and says, despite everything that he put us through, I know he meant a lot to you, and you made a lot of sacrifices for him. I don't know where he's gone, but if you ever want to look for him, I'll be with you.
I appreciate that. I can't believe that I had to pay the price only for him to just walk out like that. But at least it was a choice he made. And I think she then just goes to her knees, sits on the floor, and just like for the first time in the last few weeks just goes, oh, like it falls backwards.
I think with that, Zell steps outside to the bodies of. You're muted, Max.
Perfect. Is anyone else doing anything in this moment before we cut to the future? Sylas.
Sylas is at this point looking around. He is really enjoying seeing this grove coming back to life slowly. So he looks up to the sky, thanking his mother, thanking Sylvana for the trust that they have given him to restore this grove at the point that's where it all starts growing back again. He then walks up here, looks down, spreads his wings, just jumps down and checks up on the rest, how everyone is doing.
I think when you're thanking the gods, you feel this light breeze run through you, almost like a moment of assurance that they are watching over you. They have witnessed what has taken place today. And as you join the others, Diego, what is it that you're doing in this moment?
I think as I see the students of Fibrax gather around him and mourn for his loss, you said that I see the ghostly visages of the keepers that came before, and I sort of look to them with a bit of determination, and I would like to say I then see Fibrax stood among them.
You see a light at the end of the room.
And
no one else witnesses this, only you. But you see, standing next to a tall, elven man, standing next to him, as he looks down and smiles. The other one looks up and sort of smiles back at him as a bright golden glow surfaces around him. They then look to you and nod.
Yeah, I mutter under my breath as I nod to them as well, and I clutch the stone that I've got, and I just say, 3 remain? I guess it's my duty now to protect this one. And I nod towards him. You did good. And then I will pan to everyone that's there. I feel incredibly weak as this wave of exhaustion hits me, and I immediately seek out where Mirabelle is and start heading towards her.
I was on my way up because I was a little bit far off. So I was kind of like, yeah, no, I'll join you eventually, and I'll probably take your hand. I'm like, I say to everyone, I don't know what happened in those last few moments, but we did it. I cannot believe it. What are we going to do now?
I could do with some sleep.
And unless anyone else does anything in this moment, Elirr.
I guess I look to Diego and say thank you. You gone. Thanks for getting us up, even if it took a toll on you. Don't do it too often. And I look at the other 2 apprentices and I guess all the things that we gathered and push it into their hands. I don't think I can come back. You take his memory, and maybe one day my journey will end and I can come back. But there's too much we don't know, and we learned that. Well, I learned it's not in books that I gain the knowledge we need. I remain on the road where he sent me.
Borvin looks to you and nods. Zalariel says, she looks down at him, and you can see that she's very emotional. There's tears in her eyes. She's been weeping. She's trying to make sense of all of this. And she looks to you and says, I understand, Elirr. I can't stop thinking about what it was he once said. As you mentioned, learning knowledge, he once said, knowledge is only valuable when shared. We will keep you updated with the proceeds of what happens. And you will always have a home at the Ethereal Spire. Do take care. As she begins to sort of continue these she's tending to her own wounds now for the first time, and sort of her brothers and everyone else is around. Before we cut to the future, Judge.
Yes, did he leave something behind, Malachor? Is there something laying on the ground?
There is a piece of a crown fragment.
I will
that is all
pick
that
that
remains.
up.
I will say that
I'll-
you remember handing something exactly like this to your father in your past life.
Yeah, I'll take it, and I'll pocket it for now.
Okay.
Knowing where I'm
It's
about to go.
cold.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. That conclude this event. Perfect. I think for the sake of what lies ahead, the story hasn't ended here. This is merely the beginning. However, before the next campaign begins, there will be a break. And what I've asked each of you to do is think about what it is you will do in the next 3 months following this day. So, I invite you forward to let me know what it is. I will say that for the sake of brevity, you guys agree to leave the grove. Those of you who wish to leave, you can go back to where it is you want to go, what it is you want to do. Who would like to describe what it is they get up to next first?
I'll go first.
Sylas. Perfect. Well done.
I started the speech, so I'll start this epic look.
Very nice.
In the 3 months after this battle, Sylas actually chose to stay in the Grove of Savannah. At first, he devoted himself entirely to the full restoration of the grove. He walked his former sacred paths, tending the flora, cleansing any remaining signs of corruption, and offering prayers beneath the ancient tree that has witnessed both glory and suffering. And deep inside, he knew that the grove's survival would not depend solely on him. So, calling upon the gifts of the wild, Sylas would send trusted birds and woodland creatures to the druids of Stonehaven, carrying the message to those who would understand its significance. The Grove of Savannah lives. But before the departure of his friends, he was wise enough to enclose 2 letters with Mirabelle, after she told him she would probably travel back home. He asked her to deliver the letters to Ren, the owner of the Crescent Oak Tavern in Silvantel, and if she was about to go in that direction, with further instructions to Ren to send the letters even further. One of those letters was addressed to Lady Oriana Starweaver, the revered leader of the Circle of Whispers in Verdantara, explaining what he discovered during his travels and what happened at the Grove of Savannah. And while he asks for her advice and guidance, he also informs her about his intention to stay in the Grove for a while. He asks for discretion, but he will also ask for any help at the Grove. But the other letter is for his father Malin and his stepmother Evelyn. The letter spoke little of the battles and victories. Instead, it carried the simple reassurance that Sylas was safe, healthy, and at peace. He discreetly wrote of the sacred grove he now tended and of the purpose he had found there. But most importantly, he told them about his mother. He wrote about how he finally met her, in a way, and how they are finally connected. No longer were there unanswered questions or old wounds clouded by uncertainty. They had reconciled. And for years Sylas had carried the burden of believing that his celestial heritage was something to fear or hide, and now he understood it for what it truly was, a gift, not a curse. And in that same letter, Sylas thanked his father and stepmother for everything, for raising him, protecting him, for loving him when neither of them fully understood the path fate had chosen. It was the first letter he had ever written without carrying the weight of doubt between the lines. And Sylas knew that many years of work would probably still lay ahead. But on quiet evenings, as starlight filtered through the recovering canopy, he would sit beside the restored stone of Luriel and listen, and for the first time since the battle, he could hear it. The grove was starting to sing again. Softly, faintly, but alive. And as long as that song endured, Sylas knew he was exactly where he was meant to be.
Very, very nice. Yeah, the druids slowly begin to remake their home at the Grove of Sylvana, which will be restored in due time. Very nice. Very, very nice. Who is next? As Sylas has given us a very touching reunion type feel. Who else? Who wants to step to the plate next before I have to pick people? Somebody step forward.
Go pick people.
Diego.
I can go next. I don't mind. Cool. So I know that I have spoken to Lan about this already before. Mirabelle and Diego would be doing a lot of this together, so there'll be some interchanging of where we both go and we both go and do the things that we do. But firstly, I think we would both return to Stonehaven immediately, as it seems to be en route, and then we can travel from there afterwards. When we return to Stonehaven, Diego's first point of call would be to see the well-being of his brother and mother. His brother, obviously, not too long ago, having survived the necrosis that the Lich had given him. So wants to double check in on him, making sure he's okay and he's well. So we'll check in with him, make sure he's back on his feet, cure him, heal him, however he can to assist, and then also help his mother out around the tavern. I think spending some time with her boys, she would very much appreciate having them both under one roof after such a jaded year to 2 years of life. After that, Diego would actually try to visit his father in prison, with his brother accompanying him, so that the three of them can hash everything out and speak. I'm sure the city would be accommodating for this, especially with Shadowstep being, the spy master and such. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yes.
So we would have that conversation, and we'd sit down and fill my brother in on all the information that we had uncovered throughout the campaign, hearing it from the horse's mouth, so to speak, and also telling my father of what we had managed to stop. And finding out how he is as well, because although he's an ass and he did what he did, he's still my father at the end of the day, and he's in prison. So he'd do that. He would then, surprisingly or not, now that Jinglethorn is gone, he only knows of one other keeper. So he would constantly send messages to Remus, asking him of all the information that he knows of the keepers. He would ask him of what it means to be a keeper, what he should learn so that he can become a keeper, because he feels like he is one now, just by default. And yeah, he would try to learn as much from him as possible in his many, many years of wisdom and arcane knowledge. So I'd be keeping in contact with the Argent family via sending.
Very, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, a few other little bits would be, I know that Mirabelle is going to say a few things in a moment. Diego would be assisting with a few of those, so I'll let her say those bits. The other things would be, I'd be continue to be Luna's champion. I would carry out any tasks, and I would use her to aid Mirabelle's endeavor that is to come in just a few moments as well. And then eventually, when both of us have spent maybe a month or so back home and about, we would look to go on a little holiday. I think both Diego and Mirabelle are going to look to hire a ship captain and crew to take us to a exotic beach island resort somewhere. A little tiny island where we would drink blue agos, we would sit in the sun, be in the sea. Maybe some creatures attack us while we're on holiday and we end up fighting them. And then, we try to relax. We're gone for maybe a month and a half from traveling there, traveling back, and then actually spending the time and getting to know one another without the perils of the world falling apart in front of us, which I think is the most precious time that we've been able to have thus far. And then, eventually, Diego would return to fight the good fight. Whenever that may be.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, I like the idea of you guys putting your feet up and just taking a break. I think that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, perfect. I think only natural after...
Plenty of cheese.
in the hot tub. Only natural after Diego. I think we should jump Mirabelle.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of things have been said already. But, so when the dust settles, and obviously Mirabelle's going to go with Diego to be, like, his support, especially when he visits his father in prison. I think it's going to be a little bit of a mental... It's going to take a little bit of mental toll. So she'll just be there for him, but in the meantime, she's also... she's going to be in continuous contact with Winzira. I don't know what she'll decide to do now that Arendor is not here anymore. But eventually Mirabelle, and I assume, and Diego too, probably will take her back to Sylvanthal after all of Diego's bits and bobs have been taken care of. They will take her back to Sylvanthal, go to Lady Silverwind, spend a couple of days there, and tell her the whole story of what happened, the unfortunate fate of her son, because, well, let's face it, that wasn't a very happy ending. And maybe, I mean, she lost a son, but maybe she gained a daughter in Winzira because she's technically her daughter-in-law. Maybe hope they bond a little bit and, hope for a little bit of a happy ending for the both of them. I'm pretty sure Lady Sylvanthal's got plenty of money to, deal with Winzira's affliction. While she's in Sylvanthal, she's also gonna deliver a few letters from Sylas to the Crescent Oak Tavern, and there will probably many a mojito being drunk there while we're there anyway. And then afterwards, obviously the little boat trip to Island X, where monsters will be fought, where there will be lots of beach lying, drinking rum, and just good times. The one thing she will also try and do is establish a little bit of a connection with Kelios. This whole summer holiday can't last forever, and in fact, after 50 sessions almost, Mirabelle still doesn't have a job or any way of making a living. So she's gonna try and, maybe make it work as a little bit as a ghostwriter, but that'll come when she's back.
Very, very nice. Yeah, and we'll get onto what the other characters in the background of the world are doing once I've heard from everybody. The 3 months pass, the world begins to heal. The rest of you, what do your characters do in that time? Who wants to go next? I say we've got 4 of you. I think 3 of you got some together. Who wants to go first in that order? Is there an order to it? If not, I'm gonna have to pick.
I think me last out
It'll
of
be-
3. So maybe Elirr first, then Ashira, then Zell.
Doesn't matter to me.
What about Judge? Judge, are you involved in that at all?
No.
Let's go with Judge first then. Let's start with
Cool,
Judge, because
awesome.
he's separate.
Thank you. Well, post the battle, Judge will just kind of say his final goodbyes, at least for the time being, or however long it'll be. And he's gonna go to Shroudhaven. Since it's close, he wants to go that way. Try to see if he can glean on any history of what happened to the Belvedere family, his family, if there's any descendants, what happened, any descendants he may, be able to find. Just information in that regard. And then just information on, what Shroudhaven's like now, and just stuff like that. While that is happening, he's going to spend time speaking to Hildegard, Thistledown, and Fulgris, of course, just trying to glean information about the stone, about maybe the other keeper that they never met. And I think in that time, Judge is going to make a very decision to head towards the place where the continent where he last heard his dad to be at. He's going to go ahead and leave. He's going to head to a boat and get on and go.
You're heading to Triumvira?
Yes. He's going to,
Okay.
I think, yeah, and then if he finds out information where that last keeper balances, he's going to beeline it there. And that is his goal plan.
Okay.
During that time, he's going to, try to ascertain how to give himself a second chance at life, as in actually become a person and not necessarily be stuck in a body like, Warforged body. He's also going to try to find means of contacting Agathon, giving an update of what happened, and just thank him for taking care of Evangeline for him. And he promises one day he will return. As well as contacting Myrtle and give her an update, and hoping that she would share that information with the king and stuff like that. And then also, hopefully, try to find a way, talking to Thistledown, how he can get his steed back with those stones, or just leave the stones there and get his steed back, whatever the case may be. But yeah, he's mostly just making a beeline to the next continent and try to ascertain where his dad is and the other keeper and try to make contact with her. And that is his goal.
Very nice. Judge is off on a mission from the get-go. Put one down, get a move on to the next. The big bad, in Judge's eyes, is still out there. I like it. So, I think then we move to... Let's go with Ashira. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Well, Ashira will spend her last evening with the people who remain around, doing what she's best at, which is drinking, laughing, and maybe even a little bit of reminiscing and crying about the last adventure that they've been on. Jinglethorn and Arendor are grieved, and at some point during the evening she will slip away to write some letters to each party member. And before they part ways, she will ask Varys to post them when he gets back to civilization, so that people get them in a couple weeks' time. Then when the time finally comes to go and say goodbye, Ashira will continue onwards with Elirr and Zelentrus, traveling by boat towards Atria to collect her family. During that journey, she keeps Remus updated through the Sending Stone, telling him what has happened and agreeing on a place to meet. For the first time in what feels like forever, there's no rush, no one's actively trying to kill them, and there's no ancient evil about to break loose, as far as she knows. In that quiet time, Ashira takes the chance to get to know Zelentrus and Elirr properly, not as companions in crisis, but for once as simple people. During that time, Ash actually learns that Elirr is not that much different in holiday mode. He still spends most of his time reading, writing, and asking Zell a shit ton of questions. With Zell, the first few days on the boat are a little bit tense, understandably. But as time goes on, the pair grow closer naturally, and nights often result in belly laughter with yet another one of her diary entries, mentioning she'd done something questionable with Diego, when in truth it was actually Zelentrus. Over the next few weeks, Ash realizes that her old self was right, and she can see why maybe this man was once someone she could have loved. Yet, when she learned the extent of Zelentrus' plan once they get to Stonehaven, she decides to keep those thoughts to herself. She also spent some time reading through Arendor's journal, and it is then that she finally realizes that the document he signed that day was actually a deed to the Ravengard estate, and it was left in the Argent name. Whatever else has happened between them and whatever pain of ruin has come between them, at least he found a way to keep that one promise. Once they finally get to Atria, Ash is reunited with her family, who happily board the Kalara, spoilers, the next 2 weeks on the boat fly by, having her family around her again, and the wind in her hair and the feeling of freedom. And she often notices Elirr stare at her family from a distance, yet whenever she tries to approach him, he quickly acts like he wasn't looking. When her family join them for the final stretch, the ship becomes louder and fuller and somehow easier to breathe in. Seamus welcomes Zell into the fold almost immediately. Arya is delighted in teasing them whenever the opportunity presents itself, and Remus said little at first, but in a way that is older for an old wise man, and sometimes I've lost where I am, but he does welcome Zell with tea cards and occasional disarming funny marks. And Ashira quickly realizes that every seemingly harmless conversation her grandfather is having with him is a measure of him actually starting to like him, to her annoyance. Ash obviously meets this with deflection, but there is a comfort in seeing that Zell settles so naturally among them. Whatever has been taken from her still is left with its blind spots. But in those 2 weeks, she found herself noticing all the spaces where he seemed to fit so easily to have ever been unimportant. And by the time Stonehaven came into view, she began to suspect that some things could maybe survive memory loss after all. Once in Stonehaven, a painful goodbye with Zelentrus follows not long after. But with the plans that both have, this would always be the sensible idea, to pray that maybe one day their paths will truly cross again. After that, Ashira takes her grandfather through the city and tells him everything she's uncovered about his late wife Evelyn. She tells him what really happened and that the people responsible for her death are now either dead or imprisoned. With the council left fractured and diminished, Ashira encourages Remus to step forward to take a seat for himself. She wants Stonehaven to become a place where tieflings are not merely tolerated, but accepted properly, openly, equally, and without shame. With the help of Varys, it does not take long for her grandfather to gain a title of council member, effectively taking the place that was once held by Lady Feathercast. In celebration, a statue of Evelyn is erected in Stonehaven, and the plaque reads, Evelyn Argent. May this monument stand not only for Evelyn, but for the unity, dignity, and equality she came to represent. Ashira will eventually also reach out to Elirr to ask if he will be able to help try figure out what they can do for Arendor and where he might be. While not much is found during the first few weeks, she is determined to make progress. The Argent family eventually move into the Ravengard estate. The whole place is cleaned out and changed up. Furniture is replaced, walls are repainted, and the house is slowly filled with color, warmth, and noise, and all the little touches that make it unmistakably Argent. It comes alive in a way that it was never before. And yet, one room does remain untouched. Arendor's room is exactly left as it was. His belongings remain where they were found. Nothing is moved. Nothing is repainted, and nothing is taken away, just in case that one day he can come home.
Very nice. I mean, it's kind of sad, but it's nice, yeah. So there's always a space that's untouched that's still ready for him. Yeah, I like it. So, who's next? Let's come to Elirr. Let's go to Elirr. As Ashira gave us a bit of the story of what's going on with Elirr and Zelentrus, I still want to hear it from the beak itself.
Sure. Oh, you want to hear it from the
No,
beak? I can do
I
it.
want to hear it. I want to hear it from the character with the beak.
Okay. The night after the battle is strangely quiet. For the first time in what feels like an age. There are no cultists to hunt, no relics to secure, and no gods whispering warnings in the dark. There are only friends gathered beneath the stars, sharing stories, laughter, and the kind of peace that feels almost unfamiliar. Elirr spends much of that final evening listening, He listens to the stories, to the laughter, to the wind, moving softly around them, and quietly commits every voice to memory. Once long ago, he was kept in a cage for his own protection, waiting for the moment he would be ready to learn. Now, as he sits amongst the people who fought beside him, he realizes just how far he's come. When dawn arrives and the party begins to separate, Elirr finds himself reluctant to say goodbye. Not because he fears being alone, but because somewhere along the way, these people became the family he never had. Elirr joins Zelentrus and Ashira aboard the Kalara, beginning the longest voyage he has ever undertaken. He spends much of it exactly where one might expect. Perched high in the crow's nest with books, parchment, and ink at his side, he reads, writes, watches, and learns, filling journal after journal, and not only with maps and observations, but with stories. He writes of the truth of the Fellowship of Ruin, the sacrifice of the Grove of Luna, the dangers and redemption found in Lava Crest, and the intrigue unraveled after years of corruption and schemes in Stonehaven. And he writes of the passing of the Keeper of Balance, Fibrag Jinglethorn, in the final fight for balance against the Calderim, and the chaos that they summoned at the Grove of Savannah. He records the history of the Argent family, the rise of Zelentrus, the courage of Ashira, and the deeds of the very few. Too many truths have already been lost, too many warnings forgotten, and too many heroes erased by time. If Elirr can help it, these stories will not be among them. During the voyage, he spends countless hours speaking with Zel about the Creed, leadership, gods, destiny, and more importantly, fear. Not the fear of dying, but the fear of failing the people who believe in you. Though Zelentrus may never have noticed it, Elirr quietly begins recording everything he can learn about the Creed, its victories, its mistakes, and its ideals. He does not write it as propaganda nor as criticism, but as truth, because the world deserves to know what they really are, and because history written by outsiders has caused enough problems already. He spends equal time with Ashira and the Argent family, helping where he can and listening where he cannot. There are moments when Ashira catches him staring at the family gathered around the table, laughing, arguing, and simply living. Though Elirr never says it out loud, he wonders what it might have been like to have something similar, to know where he came from, who was waiting for him, and why. But those thoughts no longer carry the same sadness they once did, because while he may never recover what was lost, he has found something new. When they visit Aethria, he gives a paired scroll to Elariel and also to Zel and Ashira each. And later in Stonehaven, he begins pursuing a new mission. He is no longer simply searching for answers, but preserving them. He studies everything he can regarding the Oathbound relics, the stones, the Keepers of Balance, the Veil, the Chaos Elementals, and the nature of the Convergence, the lost art of true resurrection, the origins of vampirism, and the strange connections between God's relics and mortal fate. The more he learns, the more one realization settles in his mind. The world is dangerously unprepared. Too much knowledge. These darn pages separated weirdly. Too much knowledge has been buried, too many secrets hidden, and too many people forced to rediscover the same mistake. And so Elirr begins a work that may take decades, a living chronicle, a record not only of what happened but why, and a guide for those who may one day face the same darkness, a warning, a history, and a hope. I think I'm just going to skip some of this. This is a bit too much. These questions eventually pull his attention toward distant shores, towards Triumvira, the lands where another keeper is meant to have stood, toward old ruins, forgotten ley lines, and whispers carried by the winds, and toward answers, or perhaps better questions. During his time traveling, he stays in touch with King Lavamantle and every couple weeks sends messages to the former party members just to stay in touch.
Yeah. I like it. It's cute. Very cute. You stay in touch with people, you're giving them parrot scrolls. I think as well, you're probably the first to hear about what's happening in the Iron Council and what's going on over there, as you've got literally the parrot scroll with King Lava Mantle himself over at the council. So yeah, you definitely hear that. But yeah, it's sweet that Elirr is looking for a family in his journey, or at least he doesn't look at it the same way he used to. Nice. And last but not least, Zelentrus.
Zeb, I'm going to skip this bit because I think it's too long. Oh, you wait, my friend. I've written a fair bit. Jane and Max, do you have your copies of the scripts open?
I do, I think, somewhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
After the fight at the Grove, Zal takes time to look through the things left on the bodies of Travian and Mirabelle. He wanted answers, an explanation, something to make sense of why his father put him through all of this. But he found no solace in Travian's writings. Just a stupid fool who dreamed of a united family, all the while causing nothing but pain for those in it. A fool blinded by Seraphine's lies. A fool who deserved no pity, shirking responsibility for all he'd done until his dying breath. Mirabelle's letters, however, proved more telling. A woman who was quite clearly fervently in favour of the Calderim's cause, and who held a close bond with her adopted brother, Ollivander. Ollivander has taken another child of Travian's, along with the surviving members of the Fellowship of Ruin, across the sea to Triumvira. The letter spoke of anointing the boy, and how fast he had grown. Gods forbid what sick experiments they must be running on the child. But in the darkness, there was an answer. Zelentrus had made a promise to Azulara, to save or destroy the Fellowship of Ruin. And thus his next quest must lead him after his newly found brother. That evening, Zel buries the bodies of each member of the Fellowship, excluding his father. His remains are fed to Vorath-Kar till naught is left, a fitting end to such a stain on the world. As they take watch that night, Zel tells Elirr he and Ashira will be leaving at dawn, and surprisingly, the Aarakocra asked to join them. With a smile at how far they've come, Zel says there's room for one more. After saying goodbye to their comrades at dawn, with the hope that they'll meet again, the trio heads south to Shadowmist Bay, where Rin, the Creed, and their new ship, the Kalara, big surprise there, is waiting for them. Once aboard, they have two stops. First, a 6-week journey to Aethria to collect Ashira's family, and then a further 2 weeks back down to Stonehaven. On the trip, Zelentrus spends time writing letters to the Creed stationed in Lavacrest, to Flinagan, to Emberleaf, to Tarnik, and even to Krollick, his old boss, thanking him for the opportunity and wishing him well. In addition, he spent time within the Relic, learning from Azulara the very basics of mastering the space as his manse. To be kind to our dear Aasimar, it's a work in progress. This also brought him closer to Vorath-Kar, and their strange and strained relationship continued to grow. The Warden and the prisoner. Was it Stockholm Syndrome, or impressive manipulation? Zal sided with the latter, and never let his guard down. He also took time to learn the ways of seafaring and how to act as a captain. His Creed-formed crew, many of whom knew him by name and legend only before this, slowly became accustomed to him, and over the weeks began to see what Rin and so many others had long seen in him. He had become strong, and he'd come back to them, just as he'd promised. He knew with time, they would both become stronger together. He, of course, spent time with Elirr, building their friendship, sharing stories about their lives, and discussing the gods and our roles in their plans. Elirr also made efforts to find out more about the Creed, not just with Zel, but with Rin, Franco, James, and the others. Zel wasn't sure if Elirr was even considering joining himself, but at the very least, he started to chronicle the truth of the Creed. Maybe his words will change public perception if they're ever published. Most dear to him, though, was his time with Ashira. It was tense all the way, both of them unsure how to act around each other, Ashira being hesitant and Zel knowing he had so much knowledge that she had lost. Yet they were still his favourite moments. Making her coffee the way she liked it in the morning as she relearnt his, reading the diaries together, laughing at how strange it would be if her edited diary was reality, accidentally touching hands and pulling away, blushing at each other after. She never slept in the captain's cabin, but more than one night they fell asleep in the crow's nest, his head on hers, and their hands entwined in their sleep. Each day seeing the Yakutas pendant that she'd never taken off. It gave Zell hope, even if he had a duty to fulfill first. Ashira understood that duty, and though she was concerned when he shared his plan, she trusted and respected him, and most importantly, she understood. On the subject of Yakutas, they also boarded the ship when Ashira's family joins for the final 2-week leg. It became a little cramped, but nothing they couldn't handle. Really, they were a nice place for Zell to lay his head. After all, he'd given the captain's cabin to the Argents. The family were kind and welcoming to Zell. Whilst Ash would have a witty comeback for Arya's teasing of the pair, Zell would smile at the assurance that it wasn't all in his head. One night, about a week after they joined, Zell and Seamus were drinking, and Zell spilled the beans on his feelings, and Ashira's before Glacier had taken them away. Seamus was surprised but supportive, laughing with Zell as he lamented. Eventually they both started laughing, with Seamus saying that saving a grove is nothing compared to fighting for true love, but if you both want it enough, it will happen. Whilst it looked like Remus had drifted off after a few drinks with them, a smile slowly crosses his face. The rest of the trip went smoothly, with Anifi being even more motherly towards him the next day. Once in Stonehaven, Zell also met with Varys Shadowstep, now resuming his spymaster form. He laid out his plan, and although Varys was not enthusiastic over it, Zell's insistence was enough for them to proceed. As Zell said his goodbyes to his friends, gave Ashira one half of his sending stone, took his paired scroll, and sent off his letters. Meanwhile, Varys turned to his network of spies and connections. Zell followed the path they set before him, into the darkest corners of Stonehaven. Within a day, he appeared at a door. As he knocked, an eye slit opened. Eyes scanned him up and down before it clicked shut once again. A moment later, the door opens, a smiling figure standing there.
Ah, Zelentrus dragon, is it? We've been expecting you. So sad to hear of your father's demise, but little can be done for him now, eh? Come in, and welcome to the Calderim.
Zell followed them in, the first stage of his plan, in full swing. The rest of the week passed quickly. Considering he had a ship, it wasn't long before he was being sent to Triumvira. The crew were briefed with what they needed to know, and by this time, they were all on his side. The night of their departure arrived swiftly. Rain fell on Stonehaven's harbour, several hours after the sun had set. The Creed finished loading the ship. Rin tells Zell it's time to board. He stands for a moment, almost in two minds about his next course of action.
You know, you have to go.
An oh so familiar voice says from the shadows, beneath the cloak, red skin he knows so well. Ash, you know it's too dangerous for you to be here, Zell says in hushed tones.
I also know that you would regret if we not had said goodbye properly. You know, away from my family and Elirr. And you told me you made a promise. Do you intend to keep it?
Zell pauses, shocked that it would even be a question, but knowing that the extreme events that brought about their initial feelings so quickly had been wiped from her mind, he responds, Of course I will keep it. I'll find you again, and next time I won't be going anywhere. He steps closer, leaning in. Ash is hesitant as she always has been, but she doesn't pull away. As for the first time since she lost her memories, they kiss. The bell rings, signaling the ship's imminent departure, and brings them both back to the present moment.
You better keep your promise, Zelentrus Drakian. I don't intend to fall back in love with a liar. And I would hate to have to sail across the ocean to make an honest man out of you.
She says it with a teasing smirk, and a bittersweet smile crosses his lips. With a final look and a squeeze of her hand, they part ways. Ashira watches the ship as it sails out of view, conflicted on whether she should have joined him, but knowing that, if this is truly the man she will fall in love with, that their paths will cross again. Zell watches from the back of the ship, long after the lone figure on the docks has faded into the rain. I see this through, and then I come back to you. I promise. He mutters into the sending stone, as he turns to face whatever lies before him in Triumvira. 3 promises, 3 bonds. Gods and devils said they were lost. Gods and devils tried to break them. But the champion of misfortune held on to every one. The champion of misfortune will see them all through. He bends the knee to no man, no god, and no devil. And to his creed, his bloodline, and his love, he will keep his word.
Very nice. Very nice. And as we finish your epilogue, we've now heard what happened with each of the characters in the 3 months that followed the session. But before we close out the final episode of the first campaign of the Chronicles of Celestria, the first campaign ever on the Silvery Bards channel on YouTube, let's quickly just touch base with what some of the other characters are up to in the world. Back in Sylvantho, Lady Poravinia Silverwind immediately attempts to turn the party, the stories told by Mirabelle, into legends. Every dinner party, every noble gathering, every social event, she's there telling stories. Half of them are completely inaccurate, but all of them are dramatic. Meanwhile, Captain Lysander Emberleaf, from all the way back in the day, he's become famous. Not because of Basil, but because he was right about Talon, about the Calderim, about the threat. And it's said he's set to marry a princess. His influence rises significantly within the city. He's become Commander Emberleaf. Meanwhile, back in Stonehaven, another NPC that Mirabelle knows so well, Helios, the old satyr, becomes obscenely rich. At least he's trying. His new releases include that of Moonlit Temptations, inspired by the love story of, well, a charming Carlos-like man and his fire genasi girlfriend. In addition to that one, Mirabelle has writing credits on another novel, The Tiefling and the Crow. Very loosely inspired by Ashira and Arendor, very loosely, extremely inaccurate, actually. In addition, there's also a somewhat cloaked character who leads a faction or cult in the mix as well. Love triangles are really his thing. Back in Lavacrest, King Edrin Lavamantle finally begins rebuilding. Together with Myrtle, they reforge the Iron Throne Council, establishing the Ironsworn Council as representatives from dwarves, artisans, guilds, military. Lavacrest is becoming stronger than ever. Less dependent on kings and individual leaderships, but rather more dependent on its people. Back at the Cathedral of Light, Evangeline, the Druids of Sylvana have openly aided Agathon. Slowly, patiently, the healing process continues. And one morning, her eyes open. There's no dramatics, no miracle, just a breath and life. Her recovery is in full way. She's well on her way. Agathon's faith changes profoundly. He no longer teaches certainty, he teaches perseverance. The cathedral becomes a place of hope as opposed to a place of judgment. In addition, he's taken on quite a few Warforged and younglings of different races coming in, learning the ways of one of their most prized champions, that of the champion of Hildegard, who has also been given her own worship place within the Cathedral of Light. Over in Stonehaven, Victor's confession changed quite a few things. The old council collapsed. Zara Windwhisper rose. Others followed. Transparency became the new ideal, at least publicly, and one other had been selected to replace Elara. Remus Argent has been selected and accepted gracefully especially given his newfound family home. Stonehaven has become a city trying to heal. Arya and Quinn find new ways to spend their days in and out of the Pillars District, welcome as tieflings for the first time. Meanwhile, the Creed, well, it's actually one of the coolest outcomes, because without Talon, without coalition manipulation, without Calderim influence, the Creed becomes more legitimate. Less of a gang, more a protectorate. Still on the borderlines of society, technically, but now even Stonehaven's criminals have standards. In addition to this, the Circle of Whispers, the druids of Sylvana and what is remaining of them, is perhaps the biggest victory for them. The druids return openly. No more hiding, no more masks, no secret circles. The grove lives, and with it, so too does their purpose. And last but not least, Varys Shadowstep, who for centuries has watched, protected, and guided. For the first time, he's now realized that mortals can solve problems that sometimes dragons cannot. And that is where we're going to call the final session of the Campaign 1, Chronicles of Celestria, Campaign 1, Embers of Anarchy. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has been playing with me. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you for being patient with me, because this is my first campaign. I've really enjoyed it. The boss fight had some moments where I was on my edges, I guess, on the edge of my seat, trying to figure out what I was doing, balancing different things. But it's been a ton of fun to play with you, as it always is. So thank you for everything, and thank you for having me as your DM. Thank you to those of you at home who have been watching along, and look forward to what comes in the future, because there's more to come. Until then, thank you for watching, thank you for playing, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
DM, do we level up?
You do indeed level up. Actually, you do. Level
Yay,
7.
finally!
Let's go.
Congratulations.